know.
You never know.
I can just punch spells. I'll just punch spells.
What?
Actually,
Ursa
that's
will just
literally
punch
a
her
lot of
way
efforts.
down into the earth until she finds you.
No, that's literally a rage power. If you
Who's
take a
echoing
certain
specifically?
tree of rage powers, you can essentially get a power that lets you break spells with your fist.
That's hilarious
It's
and
anyone
awesome.
on the stream. Sorry, that's kind of all I got.
Okay.
Man, Barbarians
okay.
be cray-cray.
All right.
Pat, don't you have a Mac?
Yeah, but I don't want. It would be. It would probably just be.
Doesn't work well at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I knew that. But...
I don't know if I have Chrome on it, so that would be a whole other thing. Sorry.
Well, what are you doing?
So yeah, hi everyone.
Hi.
Yeah. So sorry for the technical fuckery. Amanda and Eric, did you intentionally disable your video?
You're breaking up.
I did not. I'm still broadcasting as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, you're
you know
breaking. What? Oh wait, no, it's fixing itself.
Yeah, I guess we'll just roll with it. As long as we can hear each other, that's what matters most. Yeah, we're getting some weird technical difficulties with Roll20, so if we have random interruptions, sorry. And Kaylee's currently having her own technical difficulties, so she's here. She's just not gonna show up in the little icon thing. And she's looking up. She exists.
Kaylee.
So, all right. The last recording ended abruptly because of computer lack of hard drive space issues. But we caught the very end where basically Pennington drew a card from the deck of many things and got the Ace of Spades for imprisonment.
Ace of Spades.
And so
Ace of Spades.
this is what happens next. Pennington,
That's all her fault.
you awaken naked. No spell points left.
Oh, this is getting bad early.
And in a very small room with a single torch.
All right, I'm just gonna roll if I can see anything at all besides the torch.
Poor Bennington is getting here.
Pennington would probably verbally say, "This isn't the first time this has happened. We can make a strange place."
Oh my god.
Bennington has led an interesting life.
Apparently so.
Don't
Perception.
worry, we'll
You see the torch and you see a door to the north.
Okay.
The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Wow.
Is the torch pickupable?
Yes.
Okay. I will
All right,
pick
give me a moment. I will do something real quick for you. The torch is 40/20.
Oh shit, that's right. He wouldn't have his illumination.
Yeah, he wouldn't have his own illumination, so he needs. Ba-boom. I'm going to get rid of the torch.
Wait, what was your illumination? Oh wait, he's naked, right? Never mind.
All right.
That puts damper on things.
Hey, baby, check out my illumination.
Are you going to enter the door to the north?
Yep. What?
What?
Wait a second.
Dude,
All I see is me. Why am I here?
You'll
what the
see.
fuck?
Just keep going. Just keep going up, dude.
Well, no, I just want to listen in at the door.
You hear a few people talking confused.
Dude.
That makes sense.
Their voices are very, very familiar.
Oh, hey.
No.
Surprise! Wow, you're naked. That's awkward.
Okay, not just him. All of you are naked, and none of you have any of your spells.
No.
No.
Because fuck you, I don't want to split the party up.
Oh, so much for any chance of rescue.
So
So
Dodeka's gonna kind of freak out. Like I'm trying to illustrate here.
Fucking piece of shit.
Fuck.
There's nothing in the card that says I couldn't bring anyone else along.
You know what? You're
a terrible human being.
I know, right?
You are.
So
Fuck you.
now remind me, None of us know. None of us.
Nuria and Ursa
Dude,
naked had a bath, so that's not a big deal. The boys
Do I still
are-
have my castle? Like,
Question,
does it count
Pat.
my castle?
Yeah.
The Deck of Many Things doesn't exactly have an instruction manual, so we all have no idea what the hell's going on, right?
Well, I mean, you know that the Deck of Many Things has some like very powerful magic. You don't necessarily know exactly what the Ace of Spades card should have done. You just know.
Alright. So, for some reason, Pennington was in another room.
For some reason, Pennington was in another room.
For some reason. Maybe because
You would assume it was probably because he was the one who drew the card.
Probably.
Pennington probably says he would be like,
Oh,
apparently I drew the bad card.
Pennington, if you made me lose my castle, I'm gonna be upset.
So,
You're the ones who told me that I should draw the card. Pennington, draw the card. You know,
Well,
Okay.
you didn't draw it well enough.
Okay, guys, just so we're clear, because all of you are naked, no gear. Before he showed up, you were all in just pitch darkness. You have no light sources, no spells. He is the only light source.
So, Dodeka's gonna take her hair out.
Her
Herself up.
very copious amount of hair and just sort of like,
Because she has a lot of hair.
so she's just
Got
gonna
some
garb
Eve
herself in her
going on.
hair.
Ursa doesn't give a shit. She's like, she literally like does not even notice it. Like she doesn't give a shit.
Okay.
She's too mad about the loss of the castle. Piece of shit.
Let's roll.
Will?
Okay. You do
That's
not
pretty
catch
decent.
Benedictus staring.
Oh, that's good.
Dodeka probably stares a little because she's actually never seen men naked, so she's probably staring for Benedictus and Pennington and going, wait, why am I staring, and then turning around.
there's something wrong, dear.
No,
Never seen a penis before.
that's wonderful. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to stare at the wall now. Thank you.
Nuria kind of just claps Dodeka on the back. She's
Listen,
like, oh, sweetie.
you think people penises are bad? Wait till you've seen some wildlife penises.
She just looks at Ursa and like, wait, what?
Listen,
Benedictus
I
just kind of head in his hand says, "How much experience do you have in this precisely?" Ursa?"
I was basically raised by bears for my childhood. So
Springtime was fun, right?
springtime
Excuse me.
was no.
Probably more information than we needed. All
TMI.
right, Caroline, you should be able to move Kaylee's character.
They're just bodies.
You should be able to manipulate her.
Incidentally, Benedictus is even
Still
more
has all
covered
her
in
shit.
scars than
she
he showed you guys previously.
Yeah.
Like he showed you the main
He's
scar,
the
like
blue
across
zero.
his chest,
Means
but
like have no extracts.
he
Yeah.
has blade marks, claw marks,
I have my
all sorts of
ratings.
horrible scars.
But you have nothing.
Okay.
As far as weapons go.
Yeah. I'll just
Wait a minute. Yeah, Dodeka just comments after just looking over at Benedict Pennington. Benedict is real quick just being like, how old did you say you were?
18.
How do you have so many scars
I live an unpleasant life.
Honestly.
wait. You're
Wow.
only 18.
Wait, Pennington would be a bit surprised too. He'd be like, 18? I'm
Yes,
actually
I'm older than you.
19 next year. 19 in a few months.
Dodeka just kind of
I know.
sighs,
Such
and
a
I'm older than
baby.
all of you put together.
Wow.
Nuria wants to hug Benedictus, but can't. Because
Because
everyone's
Benedict.
That would be a little awkward, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, she's not older than all of you put together.
You know what? We better find our items in the
No,
next room.
Nuria is the second oldest.
I am not going through a dungeon naked. Ursa's gonna start punching through walls in a few minutes.
Any idea what might have caused this?
Well,
mean-
presumably the deck.
Yes, yes. But any idea what is keeping us here?
Oh, what card did you draw?
Knowledge Arcana roll, I
Ace of
guess.
Spades.
I mean, first of all, you guys don't really know that you're being kept anywhere.
We're just in a room. This is true. I'm rolling a Knowledge Arcana roll. So I
Okay.
know jack shit.
You can guess that you were brought here by a magical force.
Oh,
Okay,
gee,
That's helpful.
that clears up everything.
Where's Calcrix?
Calcrix is not here.
No.
Neither is Empress or Vizini.
No.
Wait a minute. Okay, so Dodeka kind of freaks out. She's like, Empress? She's actually never been without Empress before.
Where are you, little busy?
Can that even happen? Like, I thought they were like emotionally connected.
They're emotionally connected, but it's not. They're not an extension of.
They're not
yourself.
demons.
No, they're not damaged, but I feel like, well, no, never mind.
Yeah, I actually looked this up because I was thinking of eventually changing my familiar later in later levels. And so I was looking up, well, how would that work and how connected are you to your familiar and stuff. Yeah.
They're literally your soul. Literally.
So
My soul is a bird. I want to fly away.
So Ursa just kind of turns to the others and like, well, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, let's figure out
Is
where
this
we are
fast?
and get out.
I would assume that if we were to have been brought here without our clothes, without our spells, without equipment, that something must have brought us here.
Yes, I've already confirmed. Magic
so
brought us
Then
here.
I would prefer to get out of here before whatever brought us here comes back.
Or just find it and fucking kill it for
Yes, while
taking
naked.
my clothes and my
She's
sword.
like, guys, the deck brought us here. It was just magic. We don't know where we are. We should probably just try and figure it out before anything else.
Well, fine. There's a
Like, what's
door.
behind this door over here?
Yeah, let's go through the door. I will punch it.
Dodeka, now that she's covered in her own hair, is totally like, whatever, I'm good now. All my
That's
digital
a
bits
door cover, by the
covered.
way.
Benedictus seems mostly unfazed, except he occasionally takes a glance over at Pennington.
Eyebrow waggle.
Pennington.
Dodeka actively tries not to look at Benedictus or Pennington. Actually, Pennington, what's your charisma score?
Let's do a charisma check. Because Pennington would be trying to show off. He enjoys.
yeah, all right.
Yep. Okay. So
I'd say-
Dodeka
yeah.
finds herself taking peeks at Pennington quite often, even though she's trying not to.
Nuria shamelessly is looking at pretty much everyone except Dodeka.
I do want to point out. Actually, roll another d20, please,
Okay.
because that is a natural 20 that he rolled.
His dick is just dipped in gold and
Oh my God! He rolled not another natural 20.
It literally,
He rolled a 43
Oh my
so
god.
his,
for his
He
charisma
is
check.
an
Everyone,
Adonis.
he is sexy as fuck right now.
his
Oh my
is-
god.
He is Hugh Jackman right now.
wow.
It's too much,
Please
man.
move Nuria closer to Pennington.
By the way, Dodeka's charisma is 18. She's very pretty.
You can roll your charisma too if you want.
Alright, I guess I should
Do you
actually.
want me to do it for you just to save time?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn
Roll
it,
Nuria for
Pennington.
funsies.
Yeah, all right. I'll just roll it for everyone, just for kicks.
Is that his name?
Make it die.
Benedictus Cromwell critical fumbled.
Oh,
Is-
Oh
So many scars.
Your scars are a bit hideous.
no!
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm afraid no one else is uber sexy right now,
okay, that's fair
but that's
enough.
okay because you know.
Apparently, Pennington is
There's plenty to go around.
I think that Dodeka's base with this entire thing is going to be a perpetual state of red. Just
People are offended by
she can't
that
handle
sometimes.
this.
All right, outdoors. I'm going to them. I'm going to listen at the next
I'm
door.
about to say you're just gonna walk.
Okay, perception.
Okay, let's go back.
Also, how quiet are you guys talking?
Probably not.
Okay, just asking. Okay, you hear nothing on the other side of the door.
So it's totally fine, guys.
Wow.
Oops.
Good
You
job,
don't have a
Eric.
light source.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah, you-
should probably go
You need the
first.
person with the light first to go in.
I will be the sacrificial lamb, I suppose.
The sacrificial lamp.
Or you, yeah.
Isn't it yours? What?
You see a wardrobe on the other end of a relatively plain, empty room. Inscribed, carved into the wood is "This isn't yours."
We probably shouldn't touch that.
Yeah, let's.
There doesn't appear to be an X.
Okay, what did you just do, Dodeka?
Detect magic.
With your not spells?
It's a level 0 spell.
Yes, but you have no spell power left right now, so you can't even cast level 0 spells.
Wow.
Aww.
I can rage though. I can rage and punch this thing.
Itchy.
Don't punch it, Ursa.
What part
It's
of this
not
isn't
yours.
yours do you understand?
The Deca's feeling naked in more than one way now. She's never been without magic. She's just hiding in the corner over here.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad vibe from that. Yeah. Oh wait, there's a door behind it. Oh,
With the
shit.
door, do we see the door?
Is
We
that
see the door in the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you notice the door on the map in like real life, then your character noticed it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not super obvious, but it's about as easy to spot in the game as it is right now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, I don't want to go near it though.
And you'd
I
have to
like
use
how
the
all the
wardrobe to
girls
get
are
to
one
it.
side and all the guys are on the other, right?
Is there any room between the door and the dresser, or is it?
No.
Nope, you'd have to move the wardrobe.
All right. I'm going to try to move the wardrobe.
Anyone who has good
No.
strength. I'm not good with the whole
Hold on.
thing.
So Ursa and Benedictus. Let's see if you can move
Ursa?
the wardrobe.
All right. You see Benedictus kind of lurch at it for a minute. Oh, well, let me roll my strength check. Fail. So, I
You
can't
pull your
move it.
back.
No.
Aww.
That's not good.
Ursa, care to give it a try?
I say maybe if we hang on to the handles, we might have a better hold.
Wouldn't that open it?
I don't want to open it.
Well, I don't exactly have the strength to move it aside, so what else are we going to do?
Well, Ursa hasn't tried yet. And maybe you can assist her. You
Okay.
know, combine your strength. Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Let's do that.
Let me get out of the way. There you go.
All right. I go ahead and I help Ursa, but I am pulling on the handle of the wardrobe door.
All right. As you pull on the wardrobe door, it opens.
Oh wait, the wardrobe opens?
Yep. Benedictus just opened the wardrobe.
Dude.
And inside, he sees hanging inside, because it's sort of a standing wardrobe where you can sort of hang clothes, are 5 long white ropes.
Okay.
And
But they're not ours.
and the back is hollowed out to lead to the door hidden behind it.
Narnia?
Narnia. What is this Narnia you speak now?
It's a Greek myth I heard my uncle Petros talk to me about.
You know what? I'm comfortable staying naked.
So they're just going to put on one of the
As am
robes.
I.
All right, Dodeka is taking one of the white robes. All right.
Narnia will take one too.
I think this particular wardrobe malfunction may be. Dang it! I wanted to make a pun, but I couldn't think of a good one.
Pennington dons his robe. Dodeka looks a little sad.
No, Pennington is
Pennington's
saying.
naked.
No, he was saying.
I thought
naked.
you were. Oh, you're. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Ursa doesn't trust this shit. She's not-
Nuria, though, is visibly sad that Dodeka put clothes on.
Aww. Dodeka's like, I don't want to be naked. It's cold.
It's not that cold.
Does
It's
anything
only like -20.
particularly happen to Dodeka?
What?
When she puts
Does
on the rope,
anything
no,
happen to
it's just a rope. She puts on the ropes. She looks
I'm
fine.
like the only one who put on robes.
Apparently.
Nuria did too.
Oh, Nuria did as well? Okay.
Nuria feels uncomfortable being the only non-typical skin color.
Aw.
Okay.
Aww. But then it's like, oh, Nuria, you're fine, you're fine.
Not sure if good idea. Arg.
Arg.
Your scars are already like clothes.
Well, time to move on to the next room,
Sad thing
I
to
suppose.
say.
Okay.
Guess we go through.
Oh, will you ever
There
learn
appears to be
how?
wine. Or some sort of
Oh,
liquor.
shit! Alcohol! I need it! I need it! I need it! I need it right now. I take like 2
This
bottles.
is not yours, applies to the alcohol. Do you
As
ever-
you walk through, I do want to say, as you walk through the wardrobe, Nuria and Dodeka, your robes turn red blood. Or blood red, rather.
Oh,
Okay, so it's not,
well, it suits
they're
Nuria
not
better.
bloody, they're just red. She's like, okay.
I go
You know what?
straight for the fuck.
They feel blood stained.
Oh,
Oh.
Ew!
Ah.
Nuria takes it off.
Yeah, like, Benedictus too. She's like, ew,
Hard to
ew.
drink.
Are they,
Ursa.
do they have blood on them when they take it off?
As you take it off, suddenly you have the robes back on you.
No.
And I'm just
Okay.
like, this is absolutely disgusting. I need a drink too.
I should have stayed.
Ursa,
Yeah.
I would recommend not drinking. Perhaps the wine will turn into blood too as you drink it.
Yeah.
doesn't
Nuria's
care.
like,
That would be
no,
most
I
important.
really need a drink right now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
And grabs a drink
Dude.
from Ursa.
Dude, I don't I need alcohol. I need my
So
booze.
they just grabs a bottle, just starts chugging.
Yeah, I chug a bottle. Is it delicious wine?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
It's
Benedictus
absolutely
just
delicious
says,
Is it, do I feel any weird effects?
You feel alcohol.
Should I, like,
Should I
pour
roll
the
it?
ale?
We need
Yeah,
to
go ahead and
roll-
roll Constitution.
I was gonna say, we need to roll checks here.
Actually, I'll just roll it for you guys. Hang on. I have it
Alright,
ready
that's-
ready to go.
Okay.
Uh, every time Ursa is drunk.
I'm dead drunk.
Oh wait, Benedictus, were you drinking?
yeah,
Okay.
this
sorry,
just isn't
I won't for yours.
Benedictus' day.
All right. Yeah, everyone's drinking. Dodeka's handling it pretty well. Ursa's dead drunk. Ben and Nuria are tipsy,
Okay.
but it's just wine, so it's not like you get hammered like you were warm ale.
So
I just
just a little relaxed.
Yeah, you're definitely mellow. But Pennington, you're abstaining.
I'm abstaining, yes.
Okay.
One of us needs to be the lead in this group.
You might as well be the one with the torch.
I didn't
I know
mean to do that.
Designated driver.
Oh,
All right.
now we're going into the next room without listening at the door. Okay.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
There
Okay.
appears to be.
Well, Pennington went in, so what is this?
Paper. there
You
anything-
see, the next room is littered. Just all over the ground is just tons and tons of paper. Like just research, a hodgepodge of research histories,
Ooh.
burned documents, the half-finished magic spells, maps, just
Nuria starts making a paper plane.
paper plane.
Dodeka
Well, I don't know what they
was,
call it.
Dodeka was going to drink more until she forgot the fact that she's wearing horrible, icky blood robes.
You
But
bet you
and
need to
she
drink
used
more.
all her wonderful knowledge and started to collect all of it.
I sneak back into the other room and take another bottle, but I don't drink it. I just take it.
Dodeka might drink another bottle just because, but she's actually no, she's too distracted. She's like, oh my god, there's knowledge here. I must collect.
Well, so that the
As you as you drip blood from your robes onto the
Wait,
paper,
The robe is dripping blood?
I said it feels like it's been stained with
Oh,
blood.
she would
Stained,
would-
but still dripping?
Yes.
She would be careful then when picking up the paper. Let's see if you said citrus.
Not dripping.
I'm sorry, I meant dripping.
oh my god, what the fuck?
And if it wasn't
That's horrible.
Yeah,
What the
this is.
fuck?
You know what? Like Dodeka is drinking another bottle.
You have the
Do I
whole-
need to make another con check?
as I was saying though, the blood dripping onto the paper seems to reveal hidden messages on the paper.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
you need to go dance across the paper then.
She dances across the paper. She actually dances.
See,
Should
this
I
is
roll for
why.
that?
This is why I stay naked.
Okay.
Cute, adorable, handsome Pennington just told her to dance. She's dancing.
All right. Most of the hidden text appears to be complete and utter gibberish, either in languages you don't know at all, nobody knows, or just word salads, just combination of words that make absolutely no sense. Only one document, which appears to have schematics on it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's more like a deed to a house. On the back of it says property. In hidden messages says property of Lord Wilhelm, and that's the only thing that makes any sense.
I'm keeping that.
Okay.
Anyone know?
As you read that, though, you hear a click on the door to the south.
Oh, like apparently it was locked, and now it's not.
Well, that's convenient. Thank you for your blood dancing.
Yes,
It was
You're
very
welcome.
pretty.
I guess.
What?
It's still blood road.
What?
Ah.
What?
There,
What the
there appears
fuck?
to be me.
Oh,
What?
hey, it's a liar.
What the?
Benedictus, you should probably move down.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Benedictus, it's your dream come true.
Is he naked too?
Two at once.
Is it two naked Penningtons?
Actually, yes. This one is naked, but instead of just having the draconic liar inscription on his forehead, he literally has it written all over his body.
Wow.
That's a little less
He
attractive.
just and he just sort of smiles.
Why,
and says,
hello
"Well."
there. I say to myself.
Pleasant to see you. I'm afraid.
Um.
I'm afraid you're at the end, though.
Uh-oh.
End of what?
Well, I guess that depends on you, on us, on what we decide to be.
Oh dear.
What can I decide?
Why do you fucking
What
vote
is
like
the
my
game?
friend?
Can I decide to be the best mage ever? You grant wishes.
Perhaps you could be.
You can't be a bear.
You can't
Ursa's
be a bear.
job.
Perhaps you could be the greatest wizard ever. Perhaps that is your destiny. Perhaps you simply need to accept something about yourself.
Okay, why do you look like my friend?
Because I am him.
No.
This,
If you were me, I never got
Okay.
things all over myself. I only got one. It's right here.
well, perhaps I'm what you will be.
So you think Osorin's gonna come back and just mock me all over the place? We quite thoroughly eviscerated him.
This is true. I was there.
You're thinking far too literally. But
I rolled
That's
for
all right.
fainting because there's two incredibly sexy Penningtons in the room.
that's part of your problem, Pennington, is you put too much stock in the power of words themselves. You think that words are what matter the most, but sometimes you shouldn't trust the words. They're just symbols.
But words are powerful. Spells have words.
They don't need
Eyes
them,
have
though.
words.
For example, when you imprisoned Otherin, he escaped from his very impressive bondings without needing any kind of words whatsoever. Words are sometimes meaningless. And yet, right now, you're imprisoned by yourself, and you have yet found a way to escape.
I personally like
don't-
words.
Know if you noticed, but I kind of pointed him and pointed at the rest of us.
There are 5 of us and 1 of you.
This is true, but what will defeating me prove or accomplish?
Can I just leave?
Nothing. However, finding out exactly how we can get out might be actually the best course of action. And you might
Well,
know that.
I suppose that's true, but you haven't yet asked me.
How do we get out?
Walk
Mr.
through the wall
Cloney.
behind me.
Huh?
Walk through the wall behind me.
Okay, fine.
Well, thank you very much.
You should wait for the light source.
Yeah.
I'll see you again.
Pennington sort of walks around himself, being like, not too bad.
Oh dear. Dodeka can't handle much more of this.
All right, you basically see a big stone wall at the end. At the end, it doesn't have any doors of any kind, but as you sort of place your hand against it, you can see that you're passing through it is clearly illusory.
This is kind of weird.
This feels Narcissima.
Narcissimi?
Narcissima.
Oh, they were mad about. Wait,
Narcissimish.
Narciss. What? What are we? I'm confused.
what? Just
You just walk through into a
You
different.
walk through the wall.
Rap.
oh.
Whap.
We're gonna have a wrap out. No.
Oh,
Me
good.
and Benedict, we will wrap it away.
You see another stone wall at the end.
Assuming wrap, perhaps a knock, and I knock on the stone wall.
Your hand moves through it.
Okay.
Hey.
Very well. Next room.
Oh god, it's getting smaller. We are now squished. Oh dear.
Is there literally only enough room for 3 of us?
You should move Nuria down. Yes.
Okay, so the rest have to stay behind, or no?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Well,
Well, let's push at the next
Let's
wall and
continue
see
on.
if it's.
we are all squishied, and it is awkward.
Yeah.
And
And onwards. What is this? I'm all by myself. That is
Nope.
important.
You're. Don't worry. You're in an actual room.
apparently,
Oh my god, it's a 1 square room. So are none of us with him?
Now, you can move in, but each room is only as big as as only enough to fit 1 person.
wow. No, I think I'm okay. Dodeka's
Anyone
just
care to
like.
join me? Pennington
I-
says emotions.
Wait, what'd you say?
I
Wait, what'd you say?
Yes, if
Care to
anyone wanted to
join
follow.
me?
Dodeka's just. Oh god.
I say,
Hang on.
see if you can keep moving through the walls. We'll follow.
I will try. Does that successfully move me through?
Yep.
1 down.
You're in another room.
Try
Yeah, I
again.
think Dodeka does join.
Ah!
Oh god!
Oh,
No,
dear.
no. What?
Oh god! There's so many of them.
Oh.
I said I would see you again. They all chant in unison.
You
Did I
did
go just
not
pass
say
this
I would
out?
see so many of you.
Oh no, they. Oh.
I don't know if this is a dream or a nightmare.
It all seems very real.
Life.
They seem just as real as any of you.
Yeah, Dodeka's just gonna like pass out. Too much. She's just nope.
Benedictus contemplates staying in
can't-
this room for
Can't
quite
handle
some
that
time,
anymore.
then tries to push through the crowd
Ursa,
to the door.
Ursa just kind of starts patting on their faces, like.
Actually,
Make sure they're
Benedictus, you don't. You
What?
feel. Actually, hang on. I'm just going to roll you a little will save here.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Wait, who's will saving?
Okay, no, he critted his will save.
Okay.
Okay. The temptation to stay in this room for quite some time is very strong, but I pushed through the crowd.
Now, what exactly are you trying to accomplish here? You're just trying to freak me out? Because frankly, I'm not really freaked out. In fact, this is quite pleasant.
Well-
You did just have an Narcissima fame for you.
Well, if it's that pleasant for you, then why do you look like you want to leave?
Well, I would eventually like to, get back to normal life and not be surrounded by clones of me, covered with liars written all over myself.
What part of your life do you consider normal? The part where your brother no longer talks to you, your sister blames you for everything, your father, you don't even know what's going on with your father right now. You haven't talked to any of them in years.
That is
Dude.
something that I have been put on my to-do list. And I'd like to accomplish my to-do list, which I can't do
Well,
from here.
Leave him alone. Just shut up.
The reason you haven't is because you don't want to. You don't care about them. You don't care about any of them. You don't care about any of these people.
That
They're
is-
all just props in your theatrical life.
That's not You know what? Fuck you, all of you non-pennies. You all suck.
You all are very funny, just like me, except not.
Pennington, let's just ignore them and keep going.
Actually, hold up, Ursa. All of the versions of Pennington all turn towards you.
Oh dear.
And they all point a finger at you.
Oh dear.
And let's roll this.
Oh
Uh,
no! Oh no! What
just
is
a moment.
happening?
Sorry.
Can I rage really quick?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh no!
I'm never gonna see my bear castle again.
Paratopia!
Beartopia.
Paratopia.
For the record, I will be drawing up floor plans.
Yes, I will send you a link to the Fortress Builder's Handbook.
Can we specify where we want our rooms?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh,
What?
And Ursa's dead. They all simultaneously cast Orb of Acid at you, and just
Oh my god!
it eats you away, and you just dissolve into a skeleton.
Well, the deck
Okay.
is unconscious. Well,
Oh.
she's.
We'll get back to you later.
why don't I get a?
You're dead.
So she's not gonna react.
No. Why don't I? No. Why don't I get a save?
Say, Orb of Acid doesn't require a save. I took that spell specifically.
Nuria's just like a gape.
Do I get any last words?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Bears!
That was... What in the hell?
She drank something that wasn't hers.
How much of her corpse is left?
Nothing except for the bottle of wine that she stole.
Wow, Orb of Acid really like.
Are you gonna loot my corpse, Pennington?
No, I'm going.
Benedictus!
I'm not going to loot your corpse. I'm going to save. I was going to try to save enough of your corpse to raise, but apparently that's
Oh my god.
pile of acid. So
I'm going to
Oh,
assume that this is one big, horrible dream, and I am getting the fuck out of here.
Well, that's lovely. Good luck with that.
Is there any other secrets? Any other person that you're going to kill because I took something?
There's a door right behind you.
That's not a secret!
Well, I mean,
What?
unless you want to kill yourself.
note: do not do what the crazy illusion clone things tell you to. It's probably a bad idea.
Too troublesome. On to the next room.
Bears.
Hello! Ah!
There.
Benedictus, you may not want to come in here.
Do I see the Lich and Catherine?
Yes, you do. You see the Lich, Catherine, what was his, Bellic the Outcast, Vizini, Pyro Bob, Mocha Dirk, Meepo, and Septum. All with the words you see carved into their foreheads.
Huh. What if they were all standing in different positions? You'd never be able to figure
Is
out
there
the
someone who's trying to teach me a lesson here? I very much didn't like school.
We aren't trying to
Benedictus
teach you.
goes
They all chant in unison. We aren't trying to teach you a lesson. Somebody already did.
Benedictus starts punching the
Oh,
Lich.
Thorin!
Oh,
Thorin, the
no,
only
not
lesson
a
he taught me
Thorin.
is how to kill something that
This is a lesson you must have forgotten that we feel like you need to be reminded of.
Oh my god. Dude.
Benedictus just keeps punching the Lich.
So.
Do you really want to do that?
Yes.
Dear.
All right. You're dead.
Oh.
Well,
Oh my
fuck.
god! Benedictus!
No! Okay, this had better, like,
So.
fix itself.
All right. Benedictus is now dead.
Nuria goes up to
Fuckers.
Pennington.
Why did you do that?
Benedictus did it. He punched a lich.
Mary does to who?
I thought it was some sort of illusion, like everything else in here.
What made you think any of this was illusion? Everything you see clearly has form. What?
Nuria shouts, she's like, Pennington, would you take this seriously? Would you take something seriously for once?
Ooh, snaps.
Whoa.
Oh, damn. That got real.
Mic drop.
Too real, man. Too real.
All right.
What else
And
am I supposed to do?
she's
There
crying,
is
by the
literally
way.
no escape out of here. Do you want me to reason with the thing that's trying to kill us?
There is a tiny crawl space in the southwest corner. Only one of you can fit through it, though.
Nuria's crying, and she's like, you go ahead. I'll actually tend to what's left of our
Fine,
friends,
stay
or rather
with
my
that thing.
friends.
I don't really
Oh my
give a
God.
All right.
Oh my God, you guys don't fight.
Ursa's crying in the other realm, other
He
world.
pushes past Dodeka.
World. Dodeka's not there. Dodeka is unconscious, fainted in the other room, and all of
Oh
you
right. I'm
left
sorry. I
her.
moved you. I moved you unintentionally. Sorry.
No, Dodeka's unconscious.
Yeah.
Painted.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Okay.
I know. I'm trying to wait. I'm like, so everyone just kind of left Dodeka there. Oh, that's nice.
All right. So yeah. Yeah. You're in the crawl space. You see, there's actually. Wait. Let me do a little more flavor text here. You actually see a tiny squirrel moving in, and the yellow line you see, that's the path that he goes along as you crawl up towards it.
A squirrel?
Tiny squirrel.
Squirrel, wow.
You see Novemma with the word 4 carved into her.
Oh my God.
Uh,
What's going on?
I scooch around her.
Yep.
Do you actually have the personality, Novemma? Are you going to tell me some prophecy that would be
She's
helpful?
just standing there, not saying a thing. Actually,
Okay.
more like sitting there because it can't really stand in a crawl space.
Okie dokie, we'll move me past you.
And then you see Septum again. This time with your carved into him. Again, sitting, just being motionless.
Dude.
All right. Own. Hello. I'm going to move past you.
Who is that?
No, it's just that's one of the clerics.
See,
right.
there's a zombie. Does
Yeah, one of the fastest
I think that's
clerics.
his safety.
He doesn't- he look
The
vicious
safety zombie.
or just standing there?
Say
Sorry?
Does he
He's
look
just
vicious or is he
standing
standing
there. He's not attacking you.
for your
For your
own
own
Safety.
safety. Why is there a rat with my name?
Well, why don't you tell me?
Did the rat just talk?
Yes.
Oh, the rat just talked.
Oh
You're
my
trying to call me a rat?
Shit's getting
Very
real.
well, haha, I get it. I'm a horrible, lying person that does bad things to bad people.
Just to bad people?
Yeah, occasionally good, depending on my mood.
That's lovely. You can continue. The squirrel's scampering along.
This place is incredibly poor shape. Yes, I did notice.
As you crawl along, it starts to become wood.
Oh, hi, Becky.
And then, as you reach the end of it, you feel it collapse beneath you.
Oh, shit.
And then keep moving forward. One more step. And you fall through, crashing into the room you started in.
Oh!
You see your mother standing next to Otherin,
This
lays a hand on her.
is an incredibly poorly timed joke.
And then kills her instantly.
Oh, shit.
Pennington, Pennington wouldn't. He's smart. He wouldn't. He would go after him. He's gonna attempt to punch Thorin.
Okay. Hold on. Moment.
Dude.
Yeah. Jeez.
Sorry. I'm just need to do something real quick. All right. As you attempt that, he then sort of dodges it slightly and hits you back. Sorry, I think something's up with my things. And just for simplicity's sake, yeah, it looks like it broke. Hold on. There we go.
Dead.
Oh, okay.
That's
He basically dodges and just punches through your chest and pulls out your heart.
wow.
And moments later, you feel yourself restored back to life, standing in front of him again. He's like, you might want to not try that again.
What type of cruel joke is this? Have you not revived my friends yet? You obviously killed me.
Your friends. Is that really what you think they are?
Yes.
Otherwise,
what reason would have I had to stay with them?
to
I
use
got
them
what I
as your
wanted.
tools?
Thorin died. You died.
I'm not really a Thorin. You should know better than that by now. A Thorin's dead. You killed him. And I'm actually really pissed that you did. I liked him.
Who are you?
I'm your new friend. I'm the only friend you'll need. Because as upset as I am with you, I feel like you need to be reminded that you're not really a person.
Uh-oh.
You are not really meant to be anywhere near these people. They were not a part of the prophecy that I gave them. I mean, you weren't a part of the prophecy that I gave them. You were just this extra thing that just showed up all of a sudden.
The prophecy came
And-
from November, right?
Well, she's the messenger. In any case, let me just say this. If I've come, while I'm upset with you, I've come to appreciate your talents, and I've decided I am in need of a new avatar.
A new avatar. You wish to possess me. What god are you? Are you one of? I name a random dark god. What's an evil god of lies?
Not a lot actually. Not ones that are specifically in. But as you ask, he basically is just like and he pushes his hand slowly towards your forehead, and then you feel the scar on your forehead burn with a white hot fire.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Shut up.
Harry Potter.
Okay, obviously wrong god. What god are you?
I am your god.
Dude.
My god, I literally have none. I said it was.
Suddenly, Pennington, you hear a thump in the next room, and then Othrin sort of looks. Wait, what? Ignore that.
Not ignoring it.
You see all of them entirely clothed and looking very, very confused.
Yep.
Am I close?
That's about right.
And then they all say, "We found you."
Am I clothed or am I still naked?
No, you're still naked. And then you basically see Othorn burst in and is like, "What are you all doing here?"
Oh shit.
Cutting back to Greyhawk.
Meanwhile, back to Topia.
Meanwhile, back at Beartopia,
Oh god.
all of you see Pennington disappear suddenly.
Of course he got the shitty card.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, Dodeka's just like, she looks kind of really upset. She's just like, why? He didn't want to draw. What have we done?
All right. We gotta find him.
In case it wasn't clear, none of the people you were spending time with in there were actually them.
Gotcha. I figured.
All right.
Okay.
So Pennington is gone via magic we don't understand.
I say contact. I know you guys are less than fans, or going to be less than fans of this idea, but I suggest we contact, powerful casters that we happen to know, aka most of my family.
You mean the ones
Why don't we
that
just
was,
stop by? Why don't we stop by the university?
Reasonable ones, believe me.
Why don't we stop by the university and talk to the non-crazy ones, or the
Yes.
less crazy
Or
ones?
how about the Temple of Paylor?
You guys can decide that. I mean, you guys don't all have to go together to the same place.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay out of Narcissima stuff. They
We
don't
should
tend
split up, gang.
Dodeka's like, wait. I know you're less than fans of my family, but listen to me. They're not all crazy. I know this is hard to believe, but the less vocal ones are actually pretty sane.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
here.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're still around. Yeah.
Dodeka recommends going to the university and talking with duos.
Okay.
That's what she recommends.
All right.
Whatever.
I agree.
I mean, I did just
If
kill
any-
off your
she
entire
knows-
family.
She goes, she probably wouldn't even notice that. If anything, he will know who he could go to if he doesn't know what to do.
Okay. And just so we're clear, we did kind of retcon a little bit of what happened before with like the sort of mess of like all the crowds of people like jumping you and like all that stuff. Like that, we'll say that didn't really happen for now.
Not yet.
Not yet. But as you walk around places, people sort of whisper and sort of like, "Is that person?" Like, it's sort of like, "Is that the person? One of the people that killed the lich?" Like, what? I didn't hear anything about them. Like, yeah, you can tell that people are sort of, you're starting to get a
I wish
reputation.
I wasn't as
The rumors are flying.
The rumors are flying.
Question for everybody.
Also, is our new?
Eric, I was just talking.
Sorry, continue.
Are we all cool with the name Applecore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I think that the Beatles might not be cool with it, but they're probably not listening.
Thanks, Pat. Anyway, go Eric.
I was going to ask. Oh yeah, is our new friend with us? Nuria's new friend,
All right.
or is that going to be
Oh,
later?
yeah. Nuria's friend. Your friend.
I don't think that's happened yet.
Hmm?
My friend, you know the
Remember
entire
the
4-level Ifrit fighter character you built?
Oh, right, yeah, she's not there yet.
Okay.
Now we're like,
She's coming, but I mean, she's not going to show up until after the quest.
Okay.
There's enough going on right now.
Yes, indeed.
But she's coming. I haven't finished building her yet. But yeah, she'll be introduced next time, probably.
No.
Sorry. Were you looking forward to having her this quest?
No, I was just wondering if she.
I was asking Kaylie if she was looking forward to it. Maybe I'll squeeze her in. We'll see. And she probably won't do anything, but she might show
Well,
up.
yeah. But we have to find Pennington first.
Yeah.
yeah.
Find our friend.
Okay. Yeah. So who wants to go first and where?
Well, I'm going to
We're all going to
university.
the
Come
university.
with me.
I think we're all going to the university.
Wherever you guys are going, move your little token guys to there.
Ursa has never seen a university. Are you going as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ursa's never seen a university, so she's very fascinated. I have to actually click and drag. Okay.
Dodeka talks it up because it's a place of learning and therefore awesome.
This is cool.
Yeah. The university grounds were very lavish. I believe I sort of talked about. I described it previously as sort of like your typical like college meets Hogwarts. So it's like,
So it's Glasgow University.
I guess that makes sense. But with magic, more magic.
More magic, yeah. There's some.
So you just sort of see like, the magic equivalent of like elfin frat boys, like getting like high on, like getting drunk off of ale,
Drum
like
circles,
drinking. Yeah, like,
frisbees.
it's
Getting high on pseudosoma.
and just like random shit going on. But yeah, you eventually, you can, you haven't really been on the grounds in a very long time, Dodeka. You weren't really a school person. You were more homeschooled.
Yeah, I figured.
And,
It's still a place of learning, damn it.
this is a place of learning.
Cool. Look at all these things. And these weird
Yep.
people.
Does Nuria smell anything delicious?
You smell something. I wouldn't say it's delicious.
Food.
I was about to say, is there pizza on this campus? Horrible, greasy.
Someone must deliver somewhere. But you don't, because you haven't really been here, you're not really sure where either of your brothers would be on campus right now.
Oh, I'm sure I can figure it out. At least that's her attitude.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there are mechanics in the game to help you figure things out, but yeah.
No, she's confident. Alright, so. What can I roll? I guess I can ask around first, be like. She knows that Duos is probably a popular professor, so like, will someone and be like, hello. I was wondering, do you know where Professor Duos is?
Oh, are you freshmen? I haven't seen you.
No,
around.
his sister.
What is
She goes,
freshman?
no, I'm his sister.
Oh, you're Narcissima. That's awesome.
It's awesome. Do you know where to find him? It's quite important.
Well, oh wait, are you the one that like killed a lich?
We did.
Are we actually in a SoCal college?
Man,
Yeah.
it would be totally awesome if you could come to my party tonight. Like, it would be awesome. It would be off the chain.
You know what? We will so be there, but we need to find one of our friends first.
Alright, that's cool, I guess. So, what were you asking about, Professor Narcissima?
Yes, where's
Oh,
his
the cool
office?
one. Yeah, we don't want to talk about the not so cool one, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but no,
It's the not so- we want the cool
Duos
one.
is the man. He is the greatest professor ever. He likes to have us he'll take classes outside when it's nice out, and he'll just like, he sometimes brings snacks. It's so cool. He's such a bro. I think right now is his office hours, so I think if you like go to that building, you'll be able to find him, and I think he'll be around.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. And party's at 8.
We'll keep that in mind, but
Yeah.
Will there be alcohol?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, of course not. Wink, wink.
Oh yes, because medieval age colleges have drinking ages.
I was
They
gonna say,
do
I'll
in
let
this
her
case.
drink.
I don't know. They probably have a curfew of some kind.
Sure, but not for drinking, just noise.
Probably. Anyway, they might have on-campus policies against getting drunk on campus,
That makes sense. I guess.
which nobody follows. Okay, so yeah, he points to the building that you need to go to. When you get there, you see there's an easy registry that directs you to the office where Duos is staying.
Cool.
So, yep. All right. You get there, and he's like any professor during their office hours is just sitting there bored.
With his door open.
Yeah.
Every now checking Facebook. I mean,
And he just sort of looks over and he's like, "Oh, Dodeka, you're with your friends."
yes.
Hi.
Set up problem.
Mom's kind of pissed at you right now.
Of course she's pissed at me. Look,
Who gives a
we really need your help.
shit?
She goes, we really need your help, and you don't have to tell her that you helped us.
And she's gonna know.
How is she? She doesn't
She's
have it
mom.
everywhere. She doesn't
She
have
kind of does.
But let's make this quick. How's that sound? Because one of our companions is in a lot of trouble.
Already? You only just got in town. The deck of many things.
Yeah.
I'm at a
Where
council.
did you get
that we
the
sort
deck of many
found
things?
in the crypt?
You found it in the crypt?
Yes.
Half
Where?
of it was missing.
I
I
guess
guess
I
I
assumed that
Oh my
all the
god.
bad cards were taken.
You found our generations of our family have been looking for that thing for years. Like,
Really? It's right here. She takes it out.
no, you don't have it anymore.
It
It's
just-
gone.
Oh, you don't have it?
After all of you drew from it, it disappeared.
Okay. She goes, yes, it was in a statue. A statue.
Well, do you still have it?
It disappeared after we drew from it.
You all drew from it.
Yeah, I'm at castle. But our
Yes,
friends-
Ursa got a lovely castle that's now named
So that's where it came from.
That
Dad
is
has
where
been
it came
furious about that thing. He
Yes,
says that it completely blocks his view of the wall.
The wall's really not that interesting.
He's well, there's something
That
he
is
finds
weird.
interesting. That is weird.
Anyway, the point is, we all drew, and we all got really good draws, and so we kind of peer pressured our friend Pennington to draw, and he disappeared.
That could mean a lot of things. I mean, it is the deck of many things, but I mean, there's a number of things that result in. Do you remember what card he drew?
The Ace of Spades.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Please tell me he's alive.
The Ace of Spades, also known as Donjon. It means imprisonment. He's-
Where?
Okay.
It's
Where?
it varies. The thing about the deck of many things is no one really knows where it comes from, who created it, or any. As far as we know, it's just always been. It doesn't really act as a conduit for any one particular power. It's more just tied directly to the fabric of reality. Even if it causes something to happen, it weaves reality together in such a way that it seems like it was always meant to happen.
Wow, your castle's even cooler now.
Oh, I know, right? Their Tokyo was meant to happen.
character in the back.
He just sort of looks at them and is just like,
Beartopia meant to happen.
these are really your friends?
Suck
Yes.
it, Narcissima.
She's like, Ursa, you really want to solve things, suck it to my family, please.
All right.
In any
Sorry
case,
about that.
if that's the card he drew, I honestly don't know if you'll ever be able to find him.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
there
not
has to be a way, some kind of spell, like a located spell. I know those exist.
Wait,
Well, yes, they do, but usually if he's imprisoned by some kind of
Ursa has had an idea.
Oh shit.
Shit bracelets.
Oh my god! I forgot!
well, that would be great, except that part of the spell is that it removes all gear from the person.
Oh, well.
But I suppose it doesn't necessarily. He picks up a tome, he starts flipping through it. It's like, okay, well, it says that the gear is removed. It doesn't necessarily say it's destroyed, so it might still be somewhere. You know how, like, if you go to prison, I didn't just act like I know how to go to prison. I've heard that when you go to prison,
Then kind of laughs, just like, I'm out there.
that you that they take your stuff and they put it somewhere, but they don't destroy it. So maybe the bracelet's still somewhere in the vicinity of the place. He just might not go directly to him. That's all.
Huh.
Power of friendship, guys. I knew it. We were all best friends.
Remind me how the bracelets work. We can use them to teleport to a friend, or we can use to teleport a friend to us.
You can use them to teleport a friend to you.
Okay, so we can't use them to jump directly to him, and using it on the bracelet.
Not
would
unless
bring
he
it to
calls
us.
you, no.
Yeah.
But we can teleport him to us.
You can teleport his bracelet to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
If
wouldn't
he's
be
not wearing
terribly
it.
useful, though.
And he's not.
Exactly.
Ah.
He says,
Is
but
there-
the fact that you have a connection to the bracelet may give you an in, especially since wherever he is probably very much protected from any kind of location or scrying spells. I mean, I'm just guessing because the Donjon card is said to usually, connect to some incredibly powerful beings.
Why would anyone want to imprison Pennington?
I can think of
a few reasons to imprison all of you, honestly.
What do you mean?
Mostly by association.
I'm just a baker.
I mean, I'm going to be totally honest with you, Dodeka. I think that this has probably been good for you. You seem to be a lot more like a person, but
Thank you.
but I mean, like you seem like you've sort of come into your own, and I totally dig that. But you know, you really also have to learn your limits. If you go too far, then sometimes you can, you know, lose your mother's patience.
I fully plan
Fuck that lady.
on talking with her.
You see, it's things like that.
Wait, what did she say?
She said, "Fuck that lady."
She goes, Ursa,
Sorry,
Ursa.
Dodeka, I know I said I wouldn't. I'll shut up now.
I thank you. Look, I do plan on apologizing to Mother, Father, in due time. This takes precedence.
Yes, all right.
Is there anything we can do?
Well,
But
I mean, if there's anything you can do, I assume the bracelet will have something to do with it. But I'm afraid, like, you know, I'm not really big on divination. It's not
This isn't
really.
friendship.
I'm not big on friendship. No, I totally dig friendship, man. But I mean, friendship is magic. But I'm sorry, I couldn't help.
He's a total brony.
No.
I can tell.
Maybe. But you really need some kind of divination, and really only one Narcissima is particularly good at that.
So anyone in the university maybe got your
Probably not with the kind of skill you need. We're talking god level shit, man.
I know. Benedictus, I know you really don't want to hear anything my sister has to say, because apparently she still needs to talk to you, and you've been avoiding that. Will you do it for Pennington?
For Pennington.
For Pennington!
Just thank you so much, Doris. I owe you one. Thank you. I swear, I'll
do me
make
a
everything
favor.
right.
Maybe, I guess, I mean, try to find some way to patch things up with Mom. It would really make our afternoons a lot quieter.
Oh, believe me, I already have plans. I
Okay.
do. I promise you.
Well, you're gonna have to enact them quickly because I'm pretty sure Mom doesn't let Novemma leave the building.
Yes, well.
Well, we'll kidnap her if we need to.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Ursa, I think you're a little out of your comfort zone with this situation.
And you might also want to try and keep a slightly lower profile because rumors have been flying about you all.
Rumors have been flying past.
Well, that's because we're awesome.
You are being rumored as being the ones responsible for destroying the Lich.
Yeah, we totally did that.
Yeah, that's
We
why the rumors have
didn't.
been flying around about that.
We didn't. But why? Why, Ursa? Oh my goodness. Let's not lie
So-
about this. We helped his capture. He's not. Oh,
You really have Bob to thank for it.
Who?
Yes.
Never mind.
Friend.
Wait.
I don't know if Dodeka just waves her hand and says, oh, friend.
Yeah, you really have no choice but to take responsibility for this unless you want to reveal the existence of Bob.
No.
Yeah. So.
So we did defeat the Lich.
There you go.
I mean, I almost got disintegrated, but
That's cool.
There was a
The fist is like, that's awesome, man.
And I
So the girl
survived.
Ursa, I'm the only one smart enough to stay at line sight.
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
You?
Well,
you
most
were
of the
the
time.
phylactery.
special provisions.
Yes.
I was
So-
line of
The
sight.
line of murder.
But yeah, you're gonna have. Yeah. But yeah. Aside from that, like, I don't know what else I can tell you, man. But best of luck.
Thank you, and
Although, if you ask me, that guy was probably bad news.
yes, well,
No.
If they-
He
means
seemed
well.
kind of. Yeah, that's kind of what makes me worried. Like, he always seems like he's trying really hard to get on everyone's good side.
he really is, and he likes to lie a lot. The draconic word liar is actually written on his head. It's
Look at
actually really
that.
funny. And she was actually really funny how that happened, although he doesn't find it funny.
I suppose he wouldn't. In any case, if he's in prison, probably time is of the essence, so you probably should get him a bomb.
Oh, thank you very much. We will be off. Zoom.
Zoom!
Oh, shit. The deck is like crap. I had all these plans on making Mother happy and apologize. You know what? She looks at everyone, she goes, I have an idea. And I don't want to do this, but time is of the essence. I will talk with my mother. I will distract her. The rest of you go find Novemma.
Alright.
Oh, we can break into your house.
Ursa,
Walking into
love,
the house, Ursa.
Ursa, for the love of all the gods in the universe, please say nothing. No flipping off anyone either.
Okay.
This is
I'll keep Ursa watch.
Okay. So I assume I have my spells by now.
Yes, everyone has their spells back. I mean, you never really lost your spells. It was
Yeah,
always just illusion versions of yourself.
Yeah, right. Alright. So
Yeah,
we get.
In case I
we
wasn't
get-
clear on that, Andrew, they were all in on the joke the whole time.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, sorry.
We kind of plotted this.
Yeah, a little bit.
And-
Sorry.
Sorry.
We thought it would make it more fun for you.
AKA more traumatizing.
More traumatizing.
Alright, we get outside the residence. Before we get too close, she casts invisibility.
Nuria, are you coming along too?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone
She's
is
on
coming
Ursa
along.
watch.
Yeah.
She casts invisibility on everyone and haste.
Okie doke. Boom, boom.
She explains this is a new spell. This will essentially make it so that you can move a lot faster. So you'll be able to get in and hopefully no one will notice you. Or if they do notice you, which I'm sure some of my siblings will, keep quiet. We'll see. At that point, talk to Novemma. She'll be able to figure out your invisibility. Oh, Father's going to notice right away, isn't he?
This plan is working out.
Okay, maybe no invisibility spell. We just haste. Oh, she's indecisive. She's kind of like.
What if we sneak in the
Let's
back?
go. Let's try to avoid as much deception as we can.
Okay,
let's
in
just
case things
walk
get
it.
hairy.
Okay, fine. All right. Let me do the talking. And just yes.
And just yes.
Yeah. Yes. Let's all be very polite. Okay.
Word.
All right. So in we go. Yeah. Okay. So the Dodeka comes in, and there's people.
Well, I'm surprised you decided to show your face, given what happened.
Mother.
Just you leave and suddenly there's a mansion behind our home.
That is complicated.
I should say so. You don't even wait another day before coming back?
Yes.
What kind of nerve have you developed in the wild places that you've visited? With these
Yours
wild
isn't terribly
people.
Wild.
And where did your polite, good-looking friend go?
That's another
He was the only one of you that I thought was worth anything.
Yes. And I understand. Could I speak with you alone? I wish to fully apologize for my actions, the actions of my companions.
No, you should do that in front of your friends so they know how sincere you are.
Well, that's okay, fine.
And in front of your other family members, too. You see, a bunch of your family's already left, gone back to whatever the fuck they were doing before the funeral happened. But Novemma's still there, Decim's still there, just sort of standing around being mysterious. And Dodeka's still there,
Like
probably
you do.
on break, sort of resting, because, she's already spent a lot of time in the necropolis today, and,
I don't know.
she's probably up to doing other things.
She probably can guess what happened with the castle.
She's mostly just keeping to herself in her room, so you don't really have to bother with her.
She says, whatever you want, Mother.
Okay. Well, she is doing this. I kind of sidle up near Novemma and whisper over to her, I heard you wish to speak with me.
Yes, I do. But I think Mother probably wants you to apologize first.
I say, I will speak with you if you will help us with a matter of some urgency after all of this is done.
She just sort of shrugs. I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
There's so many.
Wow.
All right. I think I got this plan. All right. So she's trying to stand as humbly as possible. I guess. She says, I apologize very much for the way that my Pennington and I have acted. As you know, I haven't exactly been out of the house in, say, a century. And
yet you decided to leave without even leaving a note? Do you have any idea how worried I was? Where you might have gone all of a sudden for no reason? You show no signs of even wanting to leave. And yet suddenly you just up and go? If you had asked permission, I totally would have allowed you to.
She goes, I panicked, okay? Everyone was telling me what to do and saying what I should do. And
I even had quests prepared for you that you could have had that were safe, wonderful, early level quests. I'm kidding. something very simple, like fighting some of the, I don't know, dire gophers in the backyard. Something simple. You didn't have to go running off across half the world without even asking. It was terrifying.
She says you're right, of course. And I don't know what you're away from home. Perhaps it was the prophecy. Perhaps.
Prophecy. What is this you're talking about?
Oh. She looks over at Novemma. Kind of apologizing.
Novemma told me she didn't hear anything. That she didn't get any inkling. Novemma sort of goes, Quator asked me to keep it a secret. And she's just sort of like, what is going on? And Haven actually, he was like, and she's like, you knew about this? Well, it was important for Dodeka to develop for herself. And she's just sort of like, all right. Apparently, no one likes to tell me anything in this family anymore. So, would someone please inform me of what exactly this is all about? Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. And she just sort of starts moving her hands, incanting something.
Of course she is.
And
You see Benedictus involuntarily cringe.
Quator shows up.
Oh god.
Pat out of the bag, brother.
I understand you were keeping something from me. He's like, I was in the middle of a service. That's nice, dear. What's this about a prophecy?
Oh no.
And he just sort of looks, listen, I didn't want you to potentially ruin it. She's like, oh, well, that makes everything so much better. Now, tell me what is so, he's just sort of like, listen, she had a prophecy. It was from Paylor. It was really, really important. And he sort of hears Dodeka make a noise.
I'm about to say something, then she looks over at everyone else and kind of asking with her face, like, should I tell him?
No, but he sort of is like, is there something? I mean, November, it was Paylor, right? And I was like, yeah, totally Paylor.
There's a god going around pretending to be Paylor.
It was pretty convincing.
No. Yeah. You remember Thorin?
Quator's like, well, that's not his real name, but I know who you're
He
talking about.
follows this deity and was thoroughly convinced that he's Paylor. Apparently, this god has been doing this for quite some time.
Or he was. He's dead now.
No, the god has been doing this
Oh.
for quite some time, pretending
Has
to
he?
be Paylor. And apparently he made the prophecy, but all the other gods were on board with the prophecy, so none of them complained.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Mom. Apparently, oh boy.
Fucked up. You done fucked up, boy.
Listen, I thought it was his prophecy in Paylor. It was. November said it was really convincing. And Paylor's
This god apparently
in charge of. If the other Templars had heard that I'd possibly disrupted a prophecy from Paylor because my mom wanted me to, it would have caused all sorts of problems for me. I'm sorry.
Dodeka goes, to be fair, apparently this god is sort of a god of lying, so. It was
God-
probably very convincing, yes.
God of lying?
Yes. What was his name? She looks over at everyone else. Do you remember what was his name again?
Did we ever actually figure out what his name was?
I don't think you did.
No. Oh wait. No,
I mean, you heard. You might have remembered the way that what's his Authorin spoke of him. But I mean, if none of you remember, then maybe your characters don't remember.
She mentioned that she was like, Thorin referred to him as kind of true speaker, but
True
was crazy.
speaker. I don't
he was
think
crazy.
I've ever.
So.
Yeah, they're all rolling knowledge religion, and none of them have ever heard of him.
Yes. He's very obscure.
They must be a new god, perhaps, or if he's good at lying, perhaps he's an old god that's pretending to be a new god. It's all very confusing sometimes. Oh,
Either
poor guy.
way, the other gods seem to have a problem with us going into the tower and cleaning it out, so.
Well, in any case, Novemma revealed the prophecy. I didn't want you grabbing Dodeka and pulling her out from fulfilling her role in it, and it involved these four. And where's that other person who wasn't a part of it?
That's sort of a long story. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Can we talk about this now? It's a little important. Actually, it's very important.
No, it's like, well, we're
You're right.
talking about everything else right now. We might as well bring everything to the forefront.
We drew from the deck of many things. We found it in the crypts, and we all drew from it. Got great stuff.
Okay, all right, Paven, monocle.
If you're wondering where Maxwell came from, you can thank Ursa.
He basically flies forward and grabs Ursa by the dragon. It's just like, where is it?
It's gone.
It's gone.
She's like, oh, it's gone. Please return it.
He drops her, and he's just sort of like, you lost it?
No, it disappeared. After
Pennington
Pennington
capsule.
he disappeared, and the pods disappeared.
No, Nuria just goes over and she's like stroking Ursa's back, like,
Did you see him grab me?
I did, it's okay. This is his home.
Paven goes back.
It's his cave.
He's sort of like, oh, I've looked through that crypt hundreds of times. Why have I never seen it?
Because you needed the system of blood in order to get it. Sorry, Father.
Of course.
Sick
It
bird.
was in a statue. I had to prick my finger on it and build it.
My family won't stop cursing me. All right. In any case, I assume that's where that hideous thing behind our house came from.
If I
No, please. We're quite tired.
It's just,
Yeah.
And can you please tell your dragon to stop bathing in our pond?
It's
That's
Caltrix.
his pond now.
No, we can find a better place for him.
You're really pushing it.
I say it as politely as I can. Like,
Nuria translates and she's like, what she means to say is that the dragon really is attached to your pond, and if anything, people seeing a dragon bathe in the Narcissima pond is really good imagery.
That's lovely. I disagree. And frankly, I think that matters more. And Nella's just sort of like, Haven, you don't have a right to speak right now.
oh my god.
Oh.
And he's suddenly silenced.
Oh, snap.
Oh dear.
And like, I would like to remind everyone who is in charge of this family. And I worked very hard to become so. And I would like very much to be kept in the loop from now on. Is that understood?
Yes, Mother.
Very good. So, deck of many things.
So Pennington drew last, even though he didn't want to, and we
we
were all getting all these good draws. We really shouldn't have pushed him to draw, and he did, and he drew the ace of spades. Now we
November
can't-
says, if it makes you feel any better, he was going to draw it anyway.
Really? I guess it makes me feel a little better. A little. Thank you. Do you know if we can find him, November?
I'm sorry?
Is there any way we can find him? Get
Oh,
him out of imprisonment.
Yes, there is.
Can you tell us what that is, please?
Oh, I forget that part, sorry. I do remember you to get there. That happens.
I lift up my wrist, point at the bracelet. Does it have something to do with this and the connection it has to the one that is somewhere in his vicinity?
Probably. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Right now, I'm looking at things that are happening way, way later than right now. It's kind of distracting. I sometimes have a hard time remembering earlier stuff. It's kind of boring to look at the present. I'm also bad with like details. But I don't know.
Anything at all, any information you can give us that would help us would be greatly appreciated.
Is there anything we could do to help your memory along?
She smiles.
Like,
She looks coincident in that file. She looks really confused, like, wait, what?
Well, it's been a while since I was let out of the house.
you want to come on a tour of Beartopia?
What's
You
Oh,
haven't even
that-
been inside the castle yet.
I don't care. I'll give everyone a tour at the same time.
well? That's lovely. I'm sure that one day will be rare privilege to be able to see the headquarters of the Apple Corps, but right now, I think I'd rather
Everyone's like,
not.
apple core.
Apple core.
Apple
Yeah, that's.
Corps.
Oh, damn it! Spoilers. Sorry, I do that sometimes. I try not to. It ruins the fun because then you guys don't think you thought it up on your own. You think it's a really good name anyway.
It is a really good name.
It is.
You see?
Yeah,
But
it's like a pun. It literally is a pun.
yeah, it's kind of
Anything
clever.
to not be the Red Snow Crusader.
But I don't want to sort of leave one building to go into another building. I would really like to sort of get a chance to wander around a little bit. I don't really get to see people moving about their lives, and all is like, you know why? It's because you can't. It's hard enough for you to stand in a room with just a few people. You are constantly bouncing back and forth along all of their futures. It can be exhausting for you. I've seen what's happened to you. And she's like, that was when I was much younger. I didn't have as much control over it. I'm fine now. Just let me go. I was fine at the funeral. She's like, well, there aren't a lot of thinking people at those things. They're mostly just very bored.
Dodeka goes, Mother, if we accompany her and ensure that she's safe, would you allow this?
I suppose. But
Out of town with 6.
I'll
This is
have
going to be terrible for everyone.
Oh, we are gonna get her so drunk.
oh god.
Oh, Jordan's here. That's great. Perfect.
Yes.
November was like, but before I can do anything though, I think I really at the very least need to know who imprisoned Pennington, because unfortunately I don't remember that at all.
Who? You drew from the deck, and didn't realize the deck was a who.
Well, the deck isn't a who, but if he was imprisoned by the deck, then stands to reason he was imprisoned by someone. Or something. Who would want to imprison him?
Dodeka kind of like gets a look on her face, like, like she thought of something, but then she's not sure, and she goes, wait a minute. What if it's a Thorn's god that trapped him?
Why would he do that?
He killed a Thorn.
So he's a god. Would he care to have a?
He's apparently not a very famous god.
And he's also. You said that this is the god that gave you the prophecy.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's possible that he would try to be cutting out the one part of the prophecy that, wasn't part of the prophecy.
Yes, that was a Thorn's thing. He kept trying to get rid of him because he wasn't a part of the prophecy.
Well, maybe the deck gave this god the power to imprison him.
Oh,
Or something worse.
Man.
Well, that's fun.
Well, if you can find his name, then I can probably figure out where they are, send you there, and then when you come back, you can take me out of the town.
Okay.
Oh, but one more condition. Can it be just me and Pennington? I think he's really cute.
Oh, it's true. He
He
is.
does have a golden penis.
Nuria internally is just like, no.
And then Ursa. Use it.
Also, that was a different version of us.
Yeah, no.
I know. That was out of
Yeah, I know.
character.
So, all right, so yeah, if you can find.
He's cute. Sure. I mean, I don't
All right, so
I don't
do
think
you?
he has much room to complain, considering. Oh, you know what, Novella? He actually wanted to learn from you.
I know, but I'm not really much of a teacher.
No.
No, I'm sure he
I don't think he'll
I see
complain.
what you're thinking. Oh,
Yeah.
lie to him. That's a great idea.
Uh,
I actually
No.
think that would give us something in common.
What have I done?
You're the best sister. All right. So yeah, come back with the name, and we'll totally make this happen.
Okay.
So, how do we find the name of an invisible god that nobody knows about, or is it?
I don't know.
This is
Well-
a question.
I'll try something. I doubt it'll work, but I'll try.
What?
Thank you, Nuria.
Nuria's gonna try and meditate
Okay.
and pray to Thesemet.
Okay.
That's what she's gonna try.
Is she gonna do it right there? Or are we gonna
Yeah, I guess.
leave?
No, she's gonna go outside. She can't meditate in the Narcissima home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
it's a little
Let's start a
distracting.
Mhm.
Yeah, Utopia.
Or like out the front door.
Do you
like
think
on-
Utopia has a library?
Of course, it has everything.
It's
It's probably all like comic books, but
Hang
What
on
are
a
comic
sec.
books?
picture books.
Yeah.
Benedictus knows enough knowledge religion to know, most of the commonly known gods. There is
Yep.
one god of secrets. It's not one Benedictus would want to speak to.
Oh dear.
Oh yes,
Oh dear.
that's the god.
And,
Yeah.
and ironically, depending on which version of this god he's talking to, he may be very interested in helping out.
I think I know what you're thinking of.
Mention this.
Oh God, literally.
Yeah, you want to just say it for the folks at home.
Depends. Is it Vecna or the other one?
We can go with Vecna if you want, but if you were hoping for the other one,
I was hoping for the other one.
okay. What's so it's basically the equivalent of Vecna in Pathfinder. Is what you're thinking of, or
There is an equivalent.
yeah, they're
I don't
usually.
remember the name, but they exist. I think there's two of them actually, isn't there? Like one that's kind of on the good side. One on the bad. Am I thinking something
I'm not sure I
else?
know which one you're talking about actually.
I'm whispering you.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I see what
Because
you're thinking of. Yes.
exactly the
Yes. I forgot that he was a god of secrets. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not from
There is. Okay. So Nuria, you're out praying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you do this, you hear a voice whisper, but it's not Thesemet.
Oh.
It's a male voice,
Oh, dear.
like just sort of whispering. I believe I could be of some assistance.
And this is just in her head, right?
Yes.
All right. So then anything she says will be just thoughts.
I can't give you much because I am very weak, but I can whisper a name.
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
A name has a lot of power. If his name exists in your universe, then he as a god has more power in that universe. I want to limit his power.
Would having a name said really bestow godhood?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's already a god. It's just the question of which universes the god has domain over.
What?
Like I said, there's a lot of power in a name. But if you wish to find your friend, I'm afraid it's the price you'll have to pay. However, I would prefer this over the possibility of him turning your friend into an avatar.
What?
Ah!
What? I mean, I'm not there.
Yeah, no, what else is in my head?
But I'm afraid that's all I can do.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I cannot speak my own name. Another one of those pesky rules.
And how do I trust you?
You really shouldn't.
Then do I really want you to speak the name?
If you want to find your friend.
Pennington owes me so much.
But you do owe him your life, if I remember.
Yeah. But I've helped him too.
If you think that's fair, then you can leave him to rot.
No. Say the name, bring chaos, fuck this universe.
Laram. And then the voice just sort of passes over you with a cold chill.
Sie sind das Erste, wir sind
Nuria's just like, I hate other gods. They're so creepy.
No.
Alright, Nuria gets up, walks back to everyone. Okay, guys, I've screwed up this universe.
You haven't said the name.
Oh, I have to say it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Once
saying it in my head.
I mean, he just said it in your head. Until a mortal person says the name
Out loud.
Out loud.
Oh God.
What
What
if
if
she
she
writes
writes
it
it
down?
down?
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
I imagine it
Damn it.
counts.
Writing it down gives it more power.
November, can you detect thoughts?
I can, but only from an hour from now.
Haven can detect thoughts.
Haven
Yeah,
says
that won't help.
It needs
he'll
to be
still need to
November.
say it. Yeah, it needs to be November.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say it.
Or I can wait an hour.
Loophole.
That's
But
clever.
the just like
Something
wrong,
tells-
Nuria, like,
Something
what
tells me.
happened? She's looking at her. She's like, something tells me you didn't get the person you thought you'd get.
No.
Well, all right. Okay. So, why won't you say his name? Because it's just,
Don't say it if you know it.
Yeah,
Because apparently names give power and he doesn't yet have full power in this universe.
Oh,
Whatever that means. Because I imagine no one in this room has ever heard the word universe before.
Well, here's the thing. I can't really bring you there. I can just sort of show you where it is, but whoever's going to bring you there probably will need to know his name. So, Laram. Sorry. And yeah, everyone in the room is just sort of like shrug, whatever. I was expecting a big scary name.
There's no chill in the air. There's no
not really.
some gust of wind or
Just
light.
sort of feels normal.
Nuria is just really shivering, like, having another voice in your head is
Not pleasant.
not
Yeah.
pleasant.
Welcome to my world. So,
She
She pats Nuria on the shoulder.
You're
Yeah.
You've done good.
so, Mom, you think you could help them out? And it's sort of like, yeah, I'm going to send my youngest daughter into the clutches of an angry, vengeful, now powerful god. That's a great idea. I'm totally going to be on board with that idea.
All right, good.
Wait, you're doing this to save that other boy?
Yes.
Golden penis.
You don't actually.
Golden penis. No.
Oh my god.
No. She's thinking about something. She's sort of like, well, I don't know how I feel about it.
Remember that we helped take down a lich. We're not exactly helpless.
Well, a lich is one thing, but a god, I mean, even an underpowered one. Still, he was very cute. All right.
All
All right,
right.
awesome.
You all need to join hands.
Oh,
I believe. Wait, we're also going to need a conduit to the location. I'm sorry, I forgot. That's important.
Do it.
I point at the bracelet. There is one of these which is linked to ours in proximity.
Oh, well, then it seems like we have everything we need. Just sort of just claps our hands. You all join hands, I presume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yay,
kaboom,
friendship.
you all show up. And we're back to where we left off.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yay.
How the hell did we get out of there?
Pennington, we found. Who the fuck is that?
That's Arthur, and you know who he is.
Yeah,
Why
that's,
is he alive?
Andrew, are you still there?
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
So
Uh,
I'd
I
be
think I
like,
immediately
Thank
get
you
to
for your
what
patience.
asking
I'd be
stands,
like,
she's
Ready?
ready to
ah,
go.
you all are clothed and alive? Oh, thanks something. I like to bring to God after this.
Second, like, cloaked and alive. What are you talking about?
And then Arthur steps forward. He's like, "Not for long, they aren't."
Oh shit.
Whoa, hold
What?
up.
Why is he alive?
I
Why is he
don't
alive?
know. Pennington
Um,
just falls down.
He just what?
He
falls
just
down?
sort of like collapses. He'd be like, I tried to kill him earlier, and then he killed me, so he's very much alive.
Well, no matter. I suppose you're all not really going to be able to get out of here anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter whether you're real or fake.
Headshot.
I suppose we're bound to die in here anyway, either by insanity or starvation, or perhaps you'll turn on each other.
So you're pleasant.
I'm very pleasant.
Dodeka just kind of looks.
I just
we-
don't like to get my own
always-
hands dirty if I can help it.
Dodeka just kind of looks at him and
You're
is like,
a
obviously
not
not foreign. He's
I'll tell
definitely
you what,
dead.
Pennington, if you kill all of your friends, I'll let you free.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It,
For one thing,
Pennington
he
just
wouldn't.
kind of laughs. He'd be like, what good would that do?
It would, and when you return to the mortal plane, you'll have the powers of a god.
Wait, we're no longer on the mortal plane?
Of course you're not. Where did you think you were?
Dungeon of some kind?
You think you were in the Penguin Mountains?
Listen,
There's a penguin mountain?
no matter what you offer me, no matter how much gold or power or whatever you offer me, there's nothing that you can do that would actually convince me to be a scion of some crazy god.
Not that
Oh,
crazy.
you're wrong.
I air hug Pennington because
I thought you were gonna air hug Laurent. I was gonna be like, oh god.
I'm like, air hug Pennington.
No, Dodeka, I think at this point Dodeka would put it together and be like, oh, so you're the wrong.
Well, of course,
Apparently,
I'm
an old
the wrong.
acquaintance of yours says hi.
Well, I'm sorry. Wait, how do you know my? Oh, I have a little more power over your world now, don't I?
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
fuck you.
Well,
And
I
as
guess
thanks, perhaps you can let us go with Pennington.
well, I did have some use for the four of you, but I never really had much use for Pennington.
We have use for him.
Well, it turned out, yes, eventually there was some use for him, but, well, not quite the same use I have for the four of you. But I suppose at this point, having him along doesn't hurt. And I've really gotten most of the use I need out of you four. You've already, well, I suppose with Otherin gone, there's some, and the Lich too, there's some complications. Bob's gonna have a hard time. Well, I don't know, actually, Bob should have exactly what he needs for that part, but
Wait, what?
Bob, he's also instrumental. Although I don't know if he knows it. It's hard to tell with him. It's very hard to read.
Dodeka is like taking kind of a defensive stance next to Pennington. She's not sure whether he's talking about killing off all everyone or just Pennington or what. And she's like, not
He's mulling over what to do with all of you. He's trying to
Yeah.
decide whether or not he needs any of you.
Meanwhile, I kind of sneak a glance at Pennington, and I look down, and then I'm like, oh, golden penis.
Wait, is he still naked?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
naked. Golden
Wow,
penis,
okay.
yes, very nice.
That's why everyone's in love with you. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm done. Don't worry.
Yeah, no more golden penis.
No more
Let's stop
golden
with that.
Okay. Benedictus looks over, says, "The people in this room are among the only who know that you exist. I imagine if all of those who have heard your name cease to be in the world, you lose a certain hold of power over it. I know how difficult it is for those of a divine persuasion to have direct influence over the world, and as loath as I am to admit, we're to an extent your pawns right now. Don't sacrifice us needlessly."
Well, you've already done so much. I'm just deciding whether or not I need you for anything else. I'm sorry, I just now noticed. Did somebody write?
Yeah, that was
her.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
There's a fan in our apartment that's from Holmes, and the brand is called Too Cool, like spelled like number 2 cool. And underneath it, Caroline wrote in magic marker for school.
Awesome.
I just did that during a D&D session.
I did not notice that until right now, and it makes me very happy.
That's pretty awesome.
When I saw it, I was like, when was that written? Have I had that for years and never noticed that?
Oh, wait, it's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have written that.
It's fine. It's great. Anyway,
I love how it's okay if you're graffiti Pat's things.
Sorry, no, it's fine.
okay, so
Oh my god.
in any case, Naram is just sort of like, well,
What's the worst that could happen if you left us alive?
nothing really all that bad, because I believe you're probably still on track to do the things I'd like you to do, and I don't even really need to force you to, but the thing is, Pennington, you're always a wild card, and I don't like wild cards unless they're in my pocket.
So they're gonna like start standing in front of him, like, yeah, like where's this going?
So I'm afraid I don't want to let you leave until I have some assurance that you'll do as I tell you. And you don't need to try and lie to me, because I'm kind of the god of that.
Yeah, you
He'll
suck.
do You say that we'll do
Oh,
what you say whether we want to or not at this point. Well, he's with us, so he's a part of that as well.
Well, that's fantastic, but you realize I could just... Well, I don't have the power to just banish you from this prison at this moment, I'm afraid.
Pennington would be very
you'd
good
be able to just...
because he had never heard the word Laram before they came, and they identified him as Laram. He's like, wait, he's Laram, you say? Isn't the god of lies and secrets Vecna?
Well, he's not really the god of lies so much as the god of secrets, but, I mean, he has some affinity for it, but I am... well, let's just say, if I played in a poker game with Vecna, I could probably bluff him.
Very convenient skill.
I agree. It's one that I believe we share, which is one thing I've learned to admire about you, Pennington, is your particular aptitude for deception. I mean, look at all of your friends. They trust and admire you and will face gods down for you, and they know next to nothing about you. It's really impressive.
Yes, we do that with all of us, though.
We know that he's saved our lives plenty of times in the past.
And he
all
may
we need to
continue to. I'm not saying that if I make him my avatar that he's going to destroy cities and, you know, kill lots of people. I mean, Othrin did, but always with a purpose in mind. Believe me. I wasn't out to just kill randomly. I was always very careful to just have him kill in very controlled environments.
That's not comforting.
Well, I understand it's not comforting to you, but I'm just trying to explain that I'm not one to make things messy. I want everything to be structured and ordered and very logical. In my time, I was once ruler of a wonderful land, and it was almost perfect. It wasn't only until a bunch of idiots who lacked foresight ruined everything, but
let's say I agree. He's like, even if I agreed, I could not no longer work with them. He is a paladin of Paylor. Why would I?
Paylor has his purposes. I mean, yes, I was killing a whole lot of them, but it wasn't anything personal.
You can see Benedictus fighting hard very much to control his murder everything reflex.
Listen, I was trying to manipulate the Lich. The Lich was what was really important in that entire equation. I needed to get a hold of him.
Not to murder.
You know what? Please control yourself.
Listen, it's all very wonderful, and honestly, I was very upset until I suddenly had the power to bring Pennington to me. And I must thank you for giving me that power. But what it all comes down to is, I think we can work together here.
What, by sacrificing me?
I didn't say I was sacrificing you. I'm elevating your position. Exactly.
She looks over at him and
she looks over at him and is like, how can... She's just like, we like Pennington the way he is currently.
Well, that's lovely.
You know what? I will accept the decision of the rest of the team. If you wish me to... I don't know. Is the decision be your scion or die?
Well, no, it's more like be my scion, or I continue to convince you to be my scion. And if you die before that happens, well, that's unfortunate, but I believe I still have some... You've seen what I'm capable of. Well, yes. I that is just a little theatrics on my part. That's not necessarily the full extent of what I'm capable of in this particular place.
I do make a brief mention to Benedictus. I like whisper over to him like, I believe he punched me through my chest and grabbed my heart.
He's a god. Of course he did. That's for a god that's minor.
I imagine if I were to piss off Paylor, I imagine that's the nicest he could be.
Like, well, hold on a moment. I believe there's I think I need to help illustrate to your friends exactly the sorts of things you've been experiencing. Start with that.
Oh, shit.
No! I remember you.
Benedictus punches the lid.
No, Dodeka runs over, grabs Benedictus, and she's like, "Stop it now!"
Yeah, Pennington would grab him too.
Yeah, I just moved between everyone and the lich.
Fantastic.
Like a meat shield.
Meat shield.
That's Benedictus's reflex, but he would realize it's, if not an illusion, probably a bad idea to screw with it because they're just screwing with him.
So I do want you to say while these illusions are certainly illusions, I enlisted the help of a certain individual from the afterlife who's very good at illusions.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh,
so
What's
I would say
thing
just
over
believing in them won't help much, we'll say.
oh no!
Oh, I hate
No!
you!
I think I'm in the dark here. What?
Oh my
The character from a different game, Brifflekips, is
No!
known illusionist.
Oh,
Yes.
Brifflekips.
God damn it, Brifflekips. Who's lying over here?
That's that would be Bellically Outcast.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if anyone cares that he's there, but
Some liar you lying.
liar, you lying? I didn't even do that
Liar, you
intentionally.
lying.
That sounds like some English Japanese death metal lyric.
That's gonna be on a t-shirt in Japan.
Or you could read it from lying liar you lying.
From lying liar, you lying?
Well, he's like, Pennington is like, well, friends, it seems we're a bit screwed here. You can decide. I leave the decision up to you. But it's your lives that actually, if I die, I die. He'll probably let you guys live.
No.
You're kidding, Pennington.
Ursa,
You really think your life is that meaningless to us?
He says we are at a bit of an impasse, I suppose.
Hey,
Yes.
Ursa wants to say something.
I'm sure this will go great.
So, Laurent, I've got an ultimatum for you.
Do you?
I even know what the word means.
That's great.
If you do anything untoward to Pennington, if you try to fuck with him in any way, or if you kill him or anything, and then send the rest of us home expecting us to just fulfill your wishes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit in my castle, and I'm going to get drunk, and I'm going to die from drinking.
That's lovely.
And I'm not going to do anything that you want me to do, because I'll be drunk and dead. You know what? You're a god. You could resurrect me. Guess what I'll do then? I'll sit in my bear castle and get drunk.
Is Dave
I
calling?
can't live through as many lives as you can throw at me just sitting in my castle and getting drunk. I have so much alcohol now, my castle looks like a bear. There is nothing else I could want. And that's what happens if you fuck with us and our friend Pennington here.
How strong is your will?
It doesn't matter.
I believe it does.
It
does,
Ursa,
it does.
I imagine
Dodeka
Dodeka
probably knows that
there are spells for mind control. Her sister's an expert in that.
At this point, I think Benedictus would jump in and say, all right, shall we all agree to this particular little deal before things go any more poorly for us?
We're not agreeing to let anything happen to Pennington.
Dodeka's just silent. She has no idea what to think of all this.
I don't know how else you're going to get out of here.
A few questions.
Yes.
Will undertaking this task as being your son involve me hurting or killing any of those four?
No.
Does it involve
Says the god of lying.
Will this task allow us to actually go after Mr. Pyro Bob, who took the lich?
Go after. You'll of course be working with him again.
No, we wish to attack him and kill him and take the lich.
No, we don't.
Nuria's like, no, we don't.
Well, we at least very well wish to take the lich from him.
Well,
And
yes,
kill the lich.
I suppose.
The lich is important for something. But after that use is fulfilled, I suppose there's no use for him after that if you wish to kill him.
Works for
Dodeka
me.
asks, would this change, would this limit Pennington's personality, the essence of who he is?
When I decide to take over it, yes.
Nope.
Then
Then
I
I'm
But
not agreeing
I
with
won't.
this.
But I won't take over it constantly. Just when I feel I need to.
Ursa is just flat. No, there's no convincing her. Nope, not happening.
Well,
It's awful. Everything is awful.
I'm leaving this decision up to you. I'm going through a vote. Nuria, what do you say?
I say
and he says, by the way, I do wish to make it clear, I'm giving you all I'm giving you a courtesy I give very few individuals by telling you the truth.
Don't care.
I feel that in these sorts of matters, honesty matters the most.
Don't care.
Okay.
I can't make a decision for someone else's life.
Then
I want you to
Benedictus
do
speaks
what
up
you
and
can.
says, Benedictus says, as terrible a deal as this sounds, when a god shows this much direct intervention in any situation, it's honestly best to go along with it because there's not much alternative.
Nope.
Well, he did draw the card. I'm afraid he doesn't have many left to use.
Apparently he's gonna draw it anyway.
Ooh,
Oh, that was from
Idea.
November, by the way.
idea.
Yes?
We teleported directly to the bracelet, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
I think Eric's talking out of character right now.
Yeah, I know he is.
Okay.
You
sound
sound
like
I have
you're
an
wrong.
idea.
I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have many cards left to play. The exact one I do have to play is to make it so that I was bright enough to give someone else, that wouldn't work. I was going to say, give someone else the friendship bracelet, and we can all warp back
You
to
didn't
that
think
person.
of that before you came here.
Yeah.
But I have a card that would let
Somebody
me.
has a card.
Oh! He does! He has a card that lets him redo a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really, really clever. If you want to use the card on this, yeah, go. That's perfect. That makes perfect sense.
Okay, would we be able to get all of us? One of us have to leave a bracelet behind. But I didn't know if there was any like.
I mean, you won't have your bracelet. You won't have your bracelet. So, yeah, basically you'd be able to get everyone back except for one of you.
Well, wouldn't one person could just stay out?
Hmm?
There could be one person that stays as an anchor.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I,
the thing is,
So
it only changes for him. So,
So
he would have to
he
stay
can
behind
stay.
as an anchor.
His decision could be that he stayed behind.
But then,
okay, at which
but
point,
then
yeah,
what
everyone would
decision
have
is
a
not
bracelet.
making?
At
But
which
then
point
how would he
everyone had-
know to bring them back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't exactly
Well,
have
Wouldn't, couldn't we think of it?
I'm sorry. No, the timeline only changes for him.
I can only change reality for me, and I couldn't change it so that I stayed behind because then I wouldn't have sufficient information to make the decision to stay behind. Paradox. Weirdness.
Leave
Yeah.
Ursa behind.
I can't. I can only change reality.
He can
Or-
decide to leave the bracelet
No.
behind.
What I mean is leave Ursa in this place.
Well, I don't want to leave any of us, and I'm thinking, Actually, now that I think about it, it's better that we get Pennington out of here. I would say I'm actually the best candidate to stay here because under the protection of another more powerful god.
True.
I mean, here's what I'll say you can do. No, here's what I can say you can do. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll say that you could have decided to leave it with Novema, who can see what's going on, basically, and know when to summon you guys back without needing any kind of communication.
Fair enough. Whoop,
but yes, that would basically mean, everyone but you, Benedictus. Because it has to be your bracelet, because you're the only one who can change time.
Yep, so I will leave the bracelet, and I will stay behind as everyone is able to whoop out of there.
All right, so everyone is whooped out.
Do any of us have any idea what happened?
So I say dramatically, as after he says, "I don't have many cards left to play," I say, "We have this one." Everyone's gone except me.
Hi! Oh my god. Oh, we do know. Do we know what his card does?
Yes, you knew it. Reroute time.
Okay, so suddenly we're all back.
Yep, I'm going to let you guys see so that you can see what he's up to.
Yeah.
I'm going to pat myself on the back.
That was pretty smart. That was pretty fucking smart, I gotta say. I didn't even think of that as a possibility for getting out, so good job.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, well done. Also, I will say you had to find the bracelets. It was kind of hidden, but it wasn't hidden that well, and you knew it was in the room at that point, so it's fine.
Okay. So I say...
Yeah,
So-
I think it's a cool enough thing that I'll just let it go. Yeah. So now Laurent looks really pissed.
Hey, I'm under the guidance and protection of another very powerful god who I imagine if you want to keep a foothold around here, you don't want to irritate too terribly much by killing one of his very devoted followers who is a being of prophecy.
He can't
Thanks for
touch
the
me.
prophecy,
He
by
can't
the
touch
way.
me unless I'm a deity of this universe.
Oh my god! Sucker punch!
Eric, somewhere, Zekir is giving you props.
Look, the Ram just sort of goes up to you and just lays a hand on you, and your health basically goes down to 1. You just feel the life force draining from you. And he's just like, if I didn't need you, you would be dead right now. And then he just
That's why I
releases
made
you and says, but before I let you go, perhaps you could be of some use to me.
Oh, crap.
This whole rescue mission kind of.
He pokes his hand inside of you
Oh god.
and pulls out a ring.
Oh
Yay! It's gone.
And just flicks you away. And
Eric.
you're back.
Oh no,
No longer Black 3.
Oh,
Ron has it.
oh.
But if we destroy the Lich's soul before it goes back to the flood. Oh, crap.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm glad Pyro Bob has the lid.
Yeah. Oh, this is bad.
All right, hang on a moment. Sorry. All right, so guess who's back?
Yay!
Benedictus!
Wait.
I'll
Wait.
wait.
Can we roleplay before he appears?
Oh, sure, sorry.
No.
While you do that, I'm actually going to go check on dinner. Be right back.
Go for it.
Alright.
I
so we all
hold my equipment in the process.
Yes, you got your equipment back. Sorry.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. Don't worry. You get to keep all your stuff. You didn't lose any of the cool stuff.
Benedictus, you self-sacrificing idiot!
Dodeka just sits there, thinks for a second, she goes,
What in the...
You
You remember the card that
Benedictus
Benedictus pulled?
I think
Yes.
Used it.
Some sort of...
And I think he just sacrificed himself.
November sort of like, Oh, that's why I was so confused. There were 2 timelines. Oh, that explains everything. I hate it when that happens.
What was the card that he pulled? I make everyone try to remember because I can't remember.
Oh,
Oh,
something.
it was like that.
Dodeka goes, it allows him to redo.
Well, no, I don't think we would have known that. We
Yeah.
just
No, you wouldn't have.
Eric told us that we would have.
I mean, he would have known.
Well, he
But he
said
wouldn't-
he told us.
Oh, did he tell you? Okay.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
asked him. I said, we
Oh,
need to
okay,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Then yeah, you know, it was to undo
Oh,
that.
hang on,
and
hang on a
then-
second.
Ian didn't
What?
bend.
I had an innate understanding of how the card worked when I pulled it, and I would have told everyone else what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
he would have told everyone else everything he knew.
Cool. All right, then yeah. No big deal.
Dodeka's
Great.
clearly kind of pissed off and sad, though.
So sad.
So yeah, November's like, yeah, I have his bracelet if you want it. I just called you guys all back here.
It
That's
could have just been a scion of an evil god. We didn't have to sacrifice Benedict.
No!
Aww.
Didn't be the sign for the god.
Dodeka just goes,
Pennington, just listen to the sentence you just said.
I
Oh,
know.
what you-
I realized it's a stupid sentence.
It's
I
okay.
like my idea.
You liked your idea.
Well, just tell him to fuck it. If he kills Pennington, we're not gonna do anything.
Well,
We're gonna sit and get drunk.
By the way, I very much appreciate what your offer. And I pat
Well, I
Ursa,
value your friendship.
as do I.
Aww.
Aww, I hug.
Friendship.
I
All right.
hug everyone.
Oh my god, group hug.
And at that point, Benedictus comes back.
Into the group hug.
And then
And
we
then
all
He comes on the other side of the group.
He looks really in really bad shape.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
crap.
Yeah, Nuria runs over.
And since Eric is still out, I'm gonna have him going unconscious.
Oh, damn.
Right, Nuria runs over.
Fire sneeze.
Benedict,
No, I don't want
Pennington
his
runs
fire
up here
sneeze.
and catches Benedictus and it's like,
Yeah.
come on, friend, pull through this.
Nuria,
Wow, that's a lot of healing. Good job.
Nice.
Damn. Nuria's on
Nuria's
the
on the
top of
top
things.
of
All right.
You might even say that she's on fire.
Stab.
Yeah.
God, I really hate you tonight.
I am a god.
A god of really bad jokes.
Really annoying bad jokes.
All right. There's one in every party. So, all right. Benedictus is back to life, but Eric is still checking on dinner. So I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, he's probably done. He's probably scooping it
I'll
over.
be right back.
So,
So,
alright.
actually, I
You
will
guys need to
too.
spend some time dipping around town for the rest of this day.
So,
So basically,
you can use track that as well.
you came back and went unconscious.
You
It has
guys,
to finish.
I'm really impressed with how clever you guys all were. Like this was, like you guys really blazed through that whole like puzzle.
We're waiting for you.
Actually, can I have some of your ginger ale?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want the rest though.
Okay.
Lydia has to finish installing.
Oh my god, that was so
Yeah, I think it's done. There we go.
That's one of those moments in D&D where-
Yeah, it needs to install the driver for it. Eric's
really
still
should
gone, so
plug
is
in
Amanda.
I need to go plug in my tablet anyway because it's gonna run out of batteries before the whole thing freaking sets up.
And I'm gonna
It
get some
still
booze.
hasn't finished downloading 8.1.
Yeah, I know.
Oh Jesus! I just got a whiff of like. garbage.
8.1 is basically the entire operating system again, so it's not just a tiny update. Which I don't even know why. It's they basically just add on a start button. That's basically all they change, and yet you need to install the whole freaking operating system to make that
My
happen.
charger.
I really don't know what the whole Microsoft stupidity is all about.
Wait, what's reloading?
Update 8.1.
8.1 is the entire operating software again.
Oh, yeah, I can just show you. This computer right here, this is running 8.1. This one's running 8. See the difference? That one has a button.
That's it. That's pretty much it. And
I'm so glad I have whatever I have.
and some apps.
7, yeah.
Although apparently some apps don't run now unless you have 8.1.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it's great.
Great.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought you guys were actually going to like take his offer.
All right, I return.
Amanda hasn't yet, though.
I'm not gonna lie, Pat. I thought you were totally indicating for me to do that with you're almost out of cards to play.
Actually, I totally didn't. I'd forgotten you had that card completely.
So, were you intending us to
I honestly didn't know what you guys would do. I was totally just sort of rolling with it and seeing what would happen. I was just gonna sort of keep rolling in this direction and see what would be the result. And yeah, you guys found a way out somehow. There actually was not a way out of that prison.
Oh my God.
I did not plan a way out of that prison because I know I played enough D&D to know that voice down. I've played enough D&D to know that even if you create a prison without any exits, the players will find a way out.
Actually, just close that window.
There's always another way out that you never thought of that players will always figure out. And sure enough, Eric found a way out that I didn't even think of.
I would like to know how many times has this been Eric that you personally have felt gone wrong?
I'm sorry, what?
I would like to point out how many times Eric personally has outfought LaRam.
Outmaneuvered.
Add one to the out of game tally.
Oh man. Yeah. I did as I was building, I was sort of like, wait a minute, all these illusions, LaRam wasn't really much of an illusionist. And I was like, well, I guess maybe he'd have access to some of the, dead souls floating around the afterlife. Maybe he'd, enlist a little help from one.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry? All right. Almost back here. Okay. What's funny?
Thank you for the text, whoever wrote that.
Who wrote what?
Benedictus 1, God 0.
That's great.
I'm not getting that text, though. Was that private one?
No, it's on the map itself.
It's on the map.
Oh, I see it.
But
yeah, I looked in the chat first too.
So as soon as Benedictus wakes up, he says, "Okay, glad that worked. Small problem. LaRam now has." I say, small problem. LaRam now has the phylactery. Good news, I can equip 2 rings now.
So Dodeka was going to tell you off. But as soon as she heard that LaRam has the phylactery, she kind of goes pale.
Should work.
Well, I suppose that's better than having the phylactery and me being
actually updating my whole computer. Is that okay? Yeah, no, I don't care. Okay. I didn't realize
Dodeka
because when
she looks over at Pennington, she goes, laptop,
"You know what? Sometimes
yes,
I'll switch from
that's much better."
So I know that both work. That way you don't have to tediously use both icons.
I look over at Pennington. It's like, Pennington, a card got you into a shitty situation, and I figured it was only just that one gets you out as well.
Thank
Glad
you.
we did it.
And yes. All right. So yeah, Null and us is just sort of like, Dodeka, why couldn't you have just been like your siblings? And then she sort of looks at her siblings and she's sort of like, never mind. I suppose I'm just destined to never have a normal child.
Oh,
that's fine.
You helped as well. You all helped. Thank you also.
Oh, of course we did.
By the way,
although, yes.
So by the way, Pennington, she goes over and she goes, You have a date with November. Sorry.
With which one?
November's like, can we go now?
The sister you actually wanted to learn from.
Certainly. Can we talk about some divination magic on the way?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, roll perception, sense motive check.
Okay. Skill. Sense motive.
See, this is why Ursa doesn't worship gods.
Yeah, she's totally going to teach you divination magic.
I love how November has completely forgotten her desire to talk to me.
Oh, that's
This
right.
is
You have
gonna-
a way of accessing
For now.
character.
As she walks by, she's sort of like, I'll talk to you later.
It could be important, Benedictus.
Well,
Don't
it-
question it too much.
It's undoubtedly important. That's the problem.
It's gonna happen whether she tells you or not. Wouldn't you rather?
You
be
are
informed?
very, as you see Pennington pass by, he's like, you are very eager.
Well, I saw some things. Let's just say I got a couple of glimpses of your prison.
Pennington thinks about it for a second and he's like, well, I don't blame her, I suppose.
As humble as ever.
I
Mhm.
just realized
That
he basically walked into a forest of his own penises. When he walked
I thought we were going to stop talking about the whole golden penis thing.
No, this is not related to the golden penis.
It's kind of related to the
It's
golden
like-
penis.
Okay, never mind.
Thank you. All right. As you go walking about in the town with her, you do. She does let you look at her spell book because she's a wizard. She does have a spell book,
That's awesome.
but it's like all crayons and
Good.
insanity, basically. I'll let you if there's a particular divination spell you want to add to your spell book. I'll let you roll for it, but the DC for learning the spell from her spell book is increased by 10, basically.
Okay. Well,
Just because of how inane all of it is.
is there like a base list of spells that I could think of, or just any?
Basically, any divination spell less than I mean, you can only learn spells up to level 2 or 3. 2.
Oh, no, 2. Yeah. So
Yeah, any divination spell level 2 or below.
okay.
You can add to your spell book if you can successfully learn it.
All right. Let's see here.
Well, let me just get myself back the rules for learning it. Adding spells to a spell book is kind of tricky, but it's not that hard, I guess.
Beautiful.
That was great.
All right, yeah. So the DC for it would be a spellcraft check DC, 28. Or sorry, 27 for a level 2 spell. 26 for a level 1 spell. Yeah.
Okay.
26 or 27.
So I will do my little. I haven't yet used this so far, but inventive. So it'll be a +4 to whatever check I make.
+4. Ooh, all right. Hang on a second. All right. Oh wait, actually that won't work, will it? But yeah, I'll just mentally add it to whatever to your roll, because I have no implementation for it right now.
I think I rolled, or maybe I didn't.
And the spellcraft.
I thought I rolled, but apparently I didn't hit the button. Spellcraft.
There you go. +4. That's 19. Not enough.
No.
Aw.
So much crayon.
Your spell book is very inventive.
I particularly like the colors. You can try again in a week, unless there was another spell you wanted to try.
Well, let's
Because you can do a different check for each spell. So
let's try. Let's see another one that might be useful. Comprehend. I was trying for True Strike. Now I'll try for comprehend languages.
Oh, it's so useful.
That would be useful.
there you go.
Hey!
All right. Yeah, you learned that one.
Yep.
You now speak crazy.
Well, that's a very interesting spell right there. I can now, if I just write this just right.
Oh, wow, you actually did learn something. I mean, that's great. I'm glad I taught you that.
I am very glad as well. And I make a motion to kiss her hand with kiss her hand.
All right. So that process took 2 hours.
Yep.
So what do you do on your 2-hour date with Novemma?
Let's see. I would take her. Where would you like to go, Novemma?
Oh, I know nothing about this world. You should probably be the one to guide.
Where's something with lots of colors? Lots of, like, bright, shiny colors.
Marketplace?
Marketplace. Sure.
All right.
Maybe there's a carnival in town. Oh!
No, there's no carnival.
Aw.
Some gardens. Flower gardens?
Hmm?
It could be flower gardens.
Yeah, all right. Flower gardens. That's not a bad idea.
I take her to the flower gardens. I'm like, look, lots of flowers and things. You like colors.
It's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, yes, she's very happy with the flowers. She picks a whole lot of them. Costs just some money because the people growing the flowers are kind of not there for free. But she really, really wants the. Okay, so subtract about 50 gold.
Okay.
And yeah, do you make any moves on her, or
I'd be like,
do you keep things gentlemanly?
how crazy is she acting?
Not that crazy. She seems pretty okay. She makes a couple of. She whispers a few things into random passerbys that make them turn very pale.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
But for the most part, she's doing okay.
I'd be like, well, you seem like a very interesting, very, very dedicated person. You are very dedicated divination.
I'm also, impressed that you aren't dead yet.
I am too.
I actually did think you might die, but unfortunately your friends seem to pull through for you. Really impressive, really. Not a lot of people can change the future.
Well, I guess I can add that to one of my tally marks, one of my better points.
You do have a few.
Really? What are they?
Oh,
no.
Oh, not quite. She's like,
She was
Tell me about
witness
how
in
good I
the
am.
Grand 40, wasn't she?
yes, she was. But now she's sort of like, you were sexier in the future.
the future
Sorry.
is the
Alas.
past is so.
Look, I know you probably had your heart set on me, but, I think I need to see other, prophetic
Other-
warriors.
Yes, I understand. Pennington
But
is
I
not
do
really
appreciate
all
you
that.
taking me out, though. It was very nice.
She's a time hipster. It's happened. It's not cool anymore.
It's not cool anymore.
You're very
It's not cool now.
So
It will
cool.
be.
It was cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And so she's satisfied. She goes back, and you're pointing at a thing. Thank you for reminding me.
All right. Must tend to Noodles. Be back in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Noodles.
Oh, of course, you couldn't do that while he was on the day.
Every time Beck is like,
Eric forgot, probably.
That's okay. So yeah.
And of course, the dog is now accosting him, being like, "You're coming downstairs. This means attention, right?"
So, what do you guys do for the 2 hours while Pennington and November are out?
I
November
explore Beartopia, but we don't have to RP that because I don't have a floor plan yet.
Yeah, okay. When you get there, though, you actually do see somebody waiting outside.
Ooh.
Ours is very familiar, and just at first you think it's Nuria, but then you realize she's a bit taller and more muscular and much more serious looking.
Hello.
I understand this is the home of the apple core.
Yeah. It's been like less than a day since we came up with that name, but cool. Yeah.
News travels fast.
Okay.
I've been looking for the one called Nuria.
Oh yeah, she's right over here.
I'm not with you.
Oh wait, where are you?
Nuria went to check out the bakeries.
Oh.
Would you have told her that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's at the bakery, which is, wherever the bakery part of the town is.
Oh, okay. Do you know which bakery?
Probably the best one. She likes her baked goods and she likes quality.
Then I will find her.
Because she is quality.
Thank you so Aw, friendship.
Oh,
All right. She nods and sort of bows herself slightly.
Okay.
And then she says, "Thank you so much."
Wow, why do people bow to me? It's weird.
She walks away.
Anyway.
So she's not going to get to you for a little while, so we'll hang on that. Dodeka, what are you up to during this 2 hour period?
She actually. I'm debating on whether she would do this yet. That was a lot of horrible things that just happened.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
It's been a busy day, but she's as nice as Beartopia is. I don't think she's ready to embrace it.
Can't quite handle Beartopia, yes.
It's understandable. It's pretty intensely bare.
It's pretty awesome.
I think she's gonna actually talk with her mother. She's got a few family related questions.
Okay. Mother's still there. She's still kind of reeling from how crazy this day has been.
Yeah.
Buried one of my sons. I sent two of my daughters, and this is all happening within a day.
Oh my god.
Sent two of her daughters into a crypt. New neighbors. New god, interdimensional transportation, time travel. It's been a crazy day.
Oh my god.
Every one of those days.
Savage day for apple core.
She's like, Mother, I had a few family questions. You don't. It's been a day. You don't have to answer now, but if you're willing to answer some questions, then.
Well, at this point, why not?
Going through the crypts and learning some of the history, I came across some interesting theory. Well, not theories. It's hard to put together yet. I haven't really come up with theories, but there's a lot that is interesting. First of all,
Dear, just spit it out, dear.
Do you know anything about the what was it called? Black Citadel, the Dark Citadel,
Sunless Citadel.
Sunless Citadel. There we go. Do you know anything about the Sunless Citadel? If it relates to our family at all?
Oh, that dump heap that your brother has been trying to clear out for all of these years?
Yes, there were statues of a Chardalon all over the place. Scared the bejesus out of us. It's dark in there. Second there. A couple of times we thought there was an actual dragon.
You're sure the name was a Chardalon?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I thought
it
so.
was.
She says, yes. And it's the same statue found in the crypts and that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, isn't it?
Well,
I think there's a lot we don't know.
it
I
was
feel
said
like
that there
we should-
was once a cult that followed him.
Oh yes, these are definitely cult statues. The architecture and everything, it just screamed that. It's definitely
Yes, but
Dresden.
apparently they all killed themselves in an effort to bring him back to life. Fools.
Yes. That, yes.
He wasn't one to worship, really. I mean, he was just a dragon. I don't know why they all treated him like a god. I mean, of course, we thank him. He gives us the magic abilities that runs through our blood, but it's not like he was anything more than that. Plenty of dragons have bestowed many other magical families. Doesn't make him special just because he lived a long time.
Yes, well, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced of that. There's a lot pointing to him being something. I want to say more, but that's not right. Else.
Something else?
Yes.
You speak as if he's still alive.
Well, I told you about information from Goddess there
Well,
about him still existing.
it was lies, though. It was from a god of lies, wasn't it?
Oh, no. That was actually her deity.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well.
That was a
deity
different
I've never heard of, so that's all that important.
I don't know. I'm researching it. So
I've never been one to really put much stock into what the gods say anyway. They tend to be very... They tend to think they know a lot more than they really do.
Oh, tell me about it. The one that we met in the dungeon just now is even worse than usual. It's awful.
But if Ishardalon is still alive, I sincerely... Wait, you said he was eating souls, didn't you?
Yeah, so he might not actually be alive, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's strange. The dragon isn't known to do that, but there are certain kinds of demons that do.
See, that's another possibility I was worried about. If he has been somehow turned demonic...
One does not simply turn demonic. It's really something you either are or aren't. It's like becoming a god. It's not really something you can just do.
More reason why I want to figure this out, because that could mean dire consequences for us.
Perhaps. But even if he himself is not a demon, perhaps... No, it's too many... It's far more likely that he's simply dead.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out.
If there's anything else you wish to know, I'm sure there's plenty in the family library, or the family section of the library.
Yeah, I was planning on looking. I guess I just sort of wanted a chance to talk with you.
However, I'm going to have to say that you are, of course, and that is why you're grounded. Well, partially. I'm cutting you off of any of your family funds, and you will not be able to access any of the magical spell sections of the library.
Fair enough.
You have to earn your own. You have to pay your own way. I'm cutting you off. That's the least I can do as a responsible mother.
Well,
but aside from that, apparently I can't keep you here. So go off and be with your friends.
Mother, I don't want things to be bad between us.
No, things are as well as they're going to be for now. I just need time to process and...
Okay.
Well, I suppose I always wanted you to be something, and to be honest, I didn't know if you actually had the initiative to do so. So I suppose, well, maybe it's for the best.
Well, time will tell. One last thing. We encountered one of our ancestors' dragon familiars in the crypt, and he's not like our Ifrit friend. There's no reason for that. He seemed very adamant that they were not to be trusted. I'm confused.
Well, the Ifrit are born of the Ifrit. They're a type of genie. They've been part of a rather substantial war in the Western lands for centuries.
Is there a reason why he would particularly hate them?
Well, I believe somewhere in our generation, one of the family related to one of the sultans or sultanas from that era had married into our family, but it was just one marriage. It wasn't like they make it up a large portion of our family tree, but it was a political alliance that favored them rather well.
Speaking of political alliances, Father's family really tried to get into get in there really hard, didn't he?
Well, yes, they did. They were very adamant, but it was always it was always politically advantageous. Two very powerful elven families joining together has been something we've tried to do for a long time, but it would have seemed weirder to do it in other situations. So, but in this particular case, it seemed to be a good idea.
Well, glad for that.
It served both of our families rather well,
Hmm.
as I'm sure you know.
Yes.
As you know, Bob.
As you. When she goes, well, I know I don't have access to spells, but can I have access to family history? That's well, I would.
No, of course, you can have access to that. Just nothing that would, make it seem like I was giving you any special financial treatment.
Fair enough. I accept this as my punishment.
Good. I did learn it.
Yes.
All right, off with you. I'm going to go lay down for a bit.
I don't blame you.
I got the
I would too, but
I
I'm
got the
kind of, she goes, I would too, but I'm kind of terrified to step into that castle.
Well, it's your castle.
It's our home.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Alright.
Hey, I bet
Barrows.
Ursa would have made bedrooms for us.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah, totally. Like she's gonna draw the whole floor plan of it eventually. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be your home base, I guess, which is awesome because I was hoping you guys were gonna stay in this town for a while anyway.
Yay.
After that, Dodeka just basically goes to Beartopia and checks things out.
Cool. All right, Benedictus, what are you up to?
I would
For 2 hours.
Well, first of all, I mean, Quator's probably busy, but I would go and let someone at the Temple of Palor know there's a new god in town. They ain't particularly fond of me.
I pissed off an evil god, guys.
And they just sort of are like, well, are they going to need a new temple on the block?
Let's not give them one.
Well, we kind of can't unless if there's a certain number of followers, the town is required by law to provide a temple for them.
Is there a temple to Vecna then?
Yeah.
I tell Quator, there are, I do the rough math, about 9 people who know about him. We're not his followers, and we're not telling anyone he exists.
Well, that's probably for the best then. What was his name?
I say, don't want.
Do you really?
I make sure only he can hear me, and I say, Laura, please tell no one else the name.
I'm just
It
kidding.
gives him
She says on a megaphone.
Hey, everyone!
I say, please tell
Magical
no one
text
else the
everywhere.
name. It's apparently power. Also,
Hmm.
Nuria was given this name by another god, probably evil. Don't know his name, but might want to look into it. Bad news all around.
Oh, well, okay. That's
nice.
That's a very ambivalent priest you have there.
well, no, he's just sort of like, I mean, the shit he sees on a daily basis. He's just sort of like, well, I'm sure it's very important if it involves the apple core.
Thank you for your
Everyone's just.
assurance.
I love that that's our name.
And everybody just knows it now for some reason.
Yeah. At this point,
I know Beva's just been spreading.
at this point, Benedictus would probably go. Are there any magic shops? You said there are magic shops.
There are totally magic shops.
Because I want to go somewhere where I can try on 2 magic rings, just to be sure.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, and it's sort of like, it's sort of like if like you're going to a car place to just do a test drive, and you're not actually intending to buy anything. And they're sort of like, oh yes, this one will turn you. Yeah, it's sort of like this one will turn you invisible, and this one will turn you into a woman.
Invisible woman.
Yes, and you are in fact an invisible woman, so both ring slots work.
Okay, I take them off. I look at the woman ring for entirely too long, then I give it back. It would make Benedictus' life so much easier in some ways, but
Aww.
not sure
But
how
no.
much fantasy. Not sure how much fantasy prejudice there is against homosexuality.
In this world, probably not that much.
Okay, he wouldn't even consider it then. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
No.
I mean, maybe
I'm about
within the
to
Temple of
say,
Palor. The Temple of Palor probably is a little about it.
I was
but,
about to
I mean,
say, because, yeah, he
But only
really
traditional
picked the wrong
Palorists.
priesthood for that
No,
sort of
it's
thing.
not really a thing about tradition. It's more just the idea of having like a clandestine brotherhood within like the temple. And it sort of like makes things awkward if it facilitates any kind of romance within the temple.
Oh, romances within the temple. You mean like if people come to Palo and like, we want to get married, and it's two guys, they're like, whatever.
Yeah, they're cool with that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's because he's a paladin, not because he's a dude who likes other
Okay,
dudes.
that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Swearing off worldly attachments and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's
Or at
less.
least the
I mean, he could
attachments
probably marry someone else, but they don't like the idea of a paladin marrying another paladin. They don't like that whole.
Yeah.
And which is why they tend to be like separate them like more in terms of gender a little bit more, so
And
that they
I
don't really have
happen
the temptation.
to-
And he happens to be gay, so it didn't really work out
Yeah.
that well. But yeah,
Anyway.
it's kind of more what they were feeling.
Worked
Anyway,
out well for Benedictus.
so yeah, stuff and things.
That's all I do. I would go back to Beartopia after that.
All right,
I have to tend to noodles one more time, and I will be right back.
Nuria.
Yes.
You are off at a bakery. It's a very nice bakery.
Well, yeah, it's in the upper ring.
Yep. Very impressive work. But you don't see a lot. No, I'm not going to recreate the Yakuza Japan. I'm not going to do
You're
that.
resisting the temptation.
I almost did, and I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's try and have a little originality here. At least for now. Very delectable baked goods, all very highly priced.
Mm.
So nothing you could even like. There are a few like minor things you could afford, but nothing really comfortably within your price range.
Right. But Nuria, in any case,
You see a very snooty baker at the desk, though.
she doesn't care about the baker. She cares about the goods.
Yeah,
And she's inspecting them,
they're
checking
very good.
out the technique. And then she kind of looks through the, advertisements and things like that. And then she sees the baker and goes up and says, good evening.
No, I suppose.
Are you the one who made these goods today?
Yes.
Oh.
Goods. I believe they're greats.
From the looks and smells of them, I would agree.
Of course you would.
How long have you been a baker?
Oh, my whole life.
Me too.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay.
It's good to make the acquaintance of another artisan.
Oh,
You
too snitty.
Oh my god.
said you wanted a baker rival.
That's true. Nuria holds out her hand and says, Nuria.
That's lovely. He doesn't like take your hand or anything. Are you a paying customer, or did you just feel like making chit chat?
I may become a paying customer.
Judging from what you wear, I think you probably want the day-old bread section. It's much cheaper.
While I believe that the day-old bread that you make would still be delicious,
You're absolutely right. Probably
I
much more
find
delicious than anything.
the
else baked.
air in here stale.
Oh,
Probably coming from that foul mouth of yours.
Or it's from that Ifrit companion you decided to bring in.
oh,
What?
You hear a ding ding at the door behind you.
Okay.
Like, Nuria! Then you just hear someone like kneel down behind you.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Nuria turns around. And then just doesn't know what to do. She's never seen another Ifrit before.
I'm glad I found you. My name is Sami. I wish to
see?
pledge myself under your service. Man, the baker is just sort of snickering to himself.
What a shit.
Can you roll intimidate to the baker?
Oh, you can roll
I
intimidate.
can't.
Why can't
I don't
you?
have the sheet.
Why don't? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nuria.
Oh, Pogo, why are you rubbing against the oven?
She loves everything.
Post like this oven is now
I love this
mine.
oven. I love
24.
this oven.
He sort of yelps and sort of hides behind his counter a little bit.
Yeah. And then
Ooh, Eric, this is
Nuria,
good.
Nuria turns back to the. Did you say it was Sami?
Yes. Sami.
S-A-M-I?
S-A-M-I.
All right. Nuria says, Sami, you may stand. You never have to kneel to me.
She stands and she's like, as you wish.
As you wish.
I've heard of your exploits, and I wish to. I'm sorry, I planned this all out of my head.
It's okay.
I admire you. There are so few Ifrit in this world. When I found that there was one as heroic as you, I felt I must follow you. I must join you in your adventures.
Well, at the very least, you know what? Come with me. We'll talk more.
Yes, please. I wish to hear all about your adventures.
Okay.
And Baker just sort of looks confused. Like, wait, are you? Oh dear.
That's right. I expect better customer service next time.
As you wish.
My God.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Nuria kind of sniffs the air. Your croissants smell great. And then just leaves.
And as you leave, you do see that there is a building for lease across the street.
Nuria strokes her chin.
Baker Wars.
But then she shakes her head and she goes, come, let's go to Bertopia.
I love it.
All right. At this point, I think everyone's reconvening at Bertopia.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay. So everyone's there. As you walk by, Calprix seems to be very much enjoying himself at the pond, but he's sort of done with his day of relaxation, and he sort of goes back and says, so what did I miss?
Oh,
You don't even want to know, Cal.
Though, Cal,
We'll have story time over drinks later.
Yeah.
All right. I guess. Who's that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
You have a sister?
not all fruits are related.
Oh, casual racism.
No, everyone, this is Sami.
hi, Sami.
Hi, Sami.
She wishes to pledge herself to me.
Oh, you're getting married?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
should we plan an event?
No.
Nuria turns red, more so than usual.
Oh, this is so exciting. I'll do your hair. It'll be great.
I
You can't really do
don't
it if it's hair.
really, yeah.
I can try.
She's sort of got her hair in like a kind of mohawk thing going anyway, so
Oh,
Yeah.
she
Do
should.
you have an
Yeah.
icon for her?
What?
Do you have an icon for her?
not yet.
Okay.
I wasn't planning to bring her in today.
But we breezed through that.
Yeah, we breezed through that thing, and Kaylie really would like her to show up, so figure makes sense. Also, Amanda.
Yep.
Or Dodeka, when you walk to your room, your new room, you
Yep.
see that it's everyone will see that their room's already made, but Dodeka in particular, your room, on your bed, you see a gift wrapped.
Huh.
Thank you, universe. That was nice of you. You
Yeah.
should have.
Yay!
Oh,
You
what
shouldn't
is it?
have.
Oh yeah, she kind of gets excited and assumes it's like her card, and so
Is
she goes.
this your
she opens
card?
it. Yeah.
And inside is a mace.
She's instantly disappointed.
No.
She detects magic on it though. She tries to identify what it
It is.
does.
It's very magic.
It's very magic. What should I make a roll to try and figure out what it does?
You need an identify spell. It's really magically powerful.
Ah, damn.
Do you not have identify?
Know that spell?
I actually don't.
Well, that would be great, Pennington, but you need to rest before you can learn it to prepare any more spells today.
Okay.
It's one of those spells that I kind of glossed over and didn't put much thought into, so no, I currently do not have it.
Okay.
But she makes a mental note to ask Pennington to identify it later.
Okay.
She does take it to Benedictus, though. He seems to know weapons, kind of. So
I
look what I got.
I would look at it and say, blunt weapon, my style. He picks it up, and what would I roll to like show off with it a bit?
Performance?
Okay, I would have had training with a mace, but before I picked the quarterstaff
Yeah.
/ Sensetsicon, so I will
That's fine.
be at least vaguely competent.
We'll find out.
Oh god.
Yeah,
You can
pretty
see
competent.
Benedictus do a couple of like sweeping, spinning movements, and then eventually like a crushing blow from above, and he kind of looks at it appraisingly and says, "Quite good. Where'd you get it? Is this the universe's present to you?"
She says, yes, it is, and she claps. She's like, good job. I just need that. As soon as Pennington rests, I need him to identify it. We can figure out what it does.
I was about to say, you don't seem much the mace type.
No, but I'm sure one of us will have a use for it. Or we can sell it. Mother cut me off. Not surprised, really. But, yeah, so I'll be making my own money now.
Hang on a minute. You're telling me you had access to the Narcissima fortunes this entire time and you didn't utilize it at any point?
What do you think I left home with? My allowance. And then I spent it all traveling around with all of you. I hadn't had a chance to
Actually,
really
you
replenish
spent most of it like in the months you were wandering before you met them, but
Oh,
they
true.
don't need to know that.
She's not going to mention that. That's embarrassing. Yeah, she's just like, oh yes, I spent all my allowance, and let's just say before I met you guys, I was rather used to lavish lifestyle. Excuse me. So it went rather fast, and Mother has decided not to renew my allowance.
I don't want to know what your allowance is.
You don't. Let's just say these clothes, or no, she's like, let's just say the clothes I wore before, that was several months' allowance cost. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what she says, but she's like, yeah, you don't want it. Probably more than you'd ever see in a year.
All right, then. Well, it's certainly a fine mace.
All right. So, do you guys all want to meet up and hang out?
Well, Nuria's checking out the kitchen.
It's a great kitchen.
Yeah. It's an amazing
It's
kitchen.
not stocked really, but it's a really nice
It
kitchen.
is right next to your room, and the stove is up against the wall that is adjacent to your room.
Also,
So
keeps it all warm.
You basically get the heating source from the kitchen.
Yeah, assuming that you have fuel to put in it, but yeah.
So is anything in the kitchen stocked?
Nope.
We'll have to stock that.
Supply run!
Basically, there's nothing in this castle that you can sell.
Oh,
Well, that's fine. All right,
But
so
you guys
Nuria,
are still gonna need some money.
well, that's
Yeah.
fine. Nuria already has some supplies for cooking.
Yes, she does, but she does have her own little supplies.
Nuria is a portable kitchen.
Yeah.
So Nuria
Wheels on
takes out
wheels.
her stuff, lays it out on the large, beautiful counter, and starts to put together just mini, like, vegetable bean pies.
Yes.
sweet.
She doesn't have any meat. Anything that was meat was eaten or spoiled.
Housewarming party! Yay!
Yeah, so Nuria's cooking and everything. And don't you have a steward? You hired the guy.
Oh yeah,
They got fired.
The guy that got fired.
Yeah, he's sort of like, when do you plan to pay me?
Oh, don't
We
worry
stopped
about
making money.
that. I hadn't said
well, I suppose this is better than having no job.
You can stay here for free and eat our food for free. And
You have food. I looked in the kitchen. I didn't see anything.
we've got a master chef.
Do you? Well,
Yep.
that's promising, I think. Why would you have a master chef as a member of the Apple Corps?
Oh, well,
Apple.
that's kind of why we're called the Apple Corps, actually.
She's
Well then.
also her concoction's also very good at healing. You know what I
Is that
mean?
so?
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah.
I do want to talk to Cal. I say, Cal, so we have neighbors, and they're my parents, and apparently they're not very fond of you hanging out in the pond all the time. I can't imagine that they would be annoyed if you went there once in a while, but I'm sure with this castle we can find you an excellent spot for you to rest.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm sure I'll find a place to build a nest eventually.
She smiles. She's like, I know.
Alright,
I've been
the pond,
studying
this
dragon
is the-
nature. You don't have to hide it from me. I know you have hoarding instincts.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as a member of the party, I expect to get my fair share when I
Of
participate,
course.
which will then be added to my hoard that no one will touch.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Then I think we're in good terms.
Exactly. Becky,
Yeah,
jeez.
adorable. Poor Becky.
Becky's complaining downstairs.
All right.
At his nest.
Yes.
Hey, you. Stop your complaining.
So,
She might need to go out.
Yeah, it's like an hour before she usually goes out, though. If you want to take her out, then go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I might have to take out the dog.
Just
That's
take her for
okay.
a quick walk around the block.
Will do.
all right. We'll just say Benedictus is sleeping,
Okay. Works.
He needs some sleep.
taking a nap.
Have fun.
Dinner's cooking.
While he does, you guys, I say the day passes into night. Next day, everyone's awake again except Benedictus, who's sleeping in because fuck everything.
Dodeka immediately asked Pennington to identify the mace.
Yes.
All right, let me. I gotta give you your spells back because I took them away as part of the thing. But it's okay. You're probably not gonna need them for the rest of the session anyway.
Oh, just as a quick aside, everyone's room is like perfectly catered to their personality and needs.
Sweet.
As far as Ursa understands
As
the
far as
personalities.
Ursa understands. Hence why Nuria is next to the kitchen and all of that good stuff.
Dodeka, I just imagine Dodeka's room is full of shiny things.
All right.
Hers is the shiniest and like most clearly expensive room.
She appreciates that.
Pennington, if you could roll spellcraft to identify the mace.
Yep.
Why does he have liar on?
I'm sorry, that's because of me. I rolled for identify for him. And I'm set to liar right now. Because I was trying to be scary.
Yes,
Where
sir.
did you roll?
They're out,
Hmm.
but I do have the actual bag.
Yeah, and you get a plus 10 to that spellcraft check, so...
Yeah.
That is actually good enough.
I
You back?
am.
Okay. What you got is called the Mace of Smiting. Mace of Smiting is a +3 adamantine heavy mace. Has a +5 enhancement bonus against constructs. When it deals a successful critical hit to a construct, it completely destroys the construct, no saving throw.
Oh my god.
A critical hit dealt to an outsider deals ×4 damage rather than ×2.
Yeah, that's gonna be for Benedictus.
It's it doesn't want to do an appraise check to see what it's worth.
$6 billion.
I don't do
I will.
praise. Yeah.
Pennington
When you
can
praise
pass it on.
people, do it.
Yeah. Pennington likes to know what things cost.
Because she does mention we can sell it.
It costs 75,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That is a mighty expensive little mace you have there. 75,000 gold worth of spiting construct evil things.
Dodeka kind of shrugs. My allowance was more. She shrugs though. She goes, well, I think it's only fair to offer it to Benedictus whenever he awakes, and if he feels he...
I hope he picks money.
Honestly, I could probably... I mean, I'll pretty much speak for Eric. He's going to eventually want to be an unarmed character.
Yeah,
that
that's
benefits
true.
him better. He's probably not going to want to use the mace. Honestly,
Okay.
anyone in the group, I think probably Ursa would probably be the one most interested in it. So I mean, if she doesn't want it, she's smiling right now though, so I don't know.
Well,
You could also get something cool with the
We
shit ton of
could-
gold.
I do mention to Dodeka, I'm like, I think this might be best to sell, perhaps.
she's
I mean,
like,
I could-
well, yes, it's awfully tempting, but then what would we sell it on? I have to think very carefully. I mean, yes, of course, furnishings and stuff for the castle, that's just pittance, though. We might be able to buy an actual magical item.
Well,
with this,
perhaps
so-
if we found some sort of
Nuria raises her hand.
one of those.
May I make a suggestion for a purchase that has
Of course.
long-term effect?
Oh no! You just
She's-
realized.
She said, of course, Nuria, what do you have in mind?
I recently saw a place for lease in the district
In the
where I could
marketplace.
very easily open up a bakery.
An investment. That
Yes.
is a good idea. Indeed.
Hell yeah. The Apple Core Bakery.
Oh, yeah. She's on board with that.
Pennington
Oh,
kind
man.
of grimaces slightly.
she sees Pennington kind of frown. She's like, investments are so much better. You'll
There's
see.
a lot
We'll
of
make
return
money
on
off
it.
of this.
There's also someone I want to crush.
Oh, you want to crush someone? Pray tell. I am curious.
Let's go.
Nuria's just like, well, you see, yesterday, the baker I met in the district wasn't really, he was an asshole.
Destroy him.
I imagine Dodeka probably would have known him considering her sweet tooth, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So she's,
You know the one he's talking about. It's kind of
Oh,
like
I
that
know.
time, those times when someone like talks about like a comic book store and they're like the guy who runs that comic book store is a real jerk, and they're like they know exactly what comic book store you're talking about
Yeah.
and exactly the jerk they're talking about. They're like, oh yeah, I've been there. That guy's an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you're
She's
feeling.
like, oh yes, I was one of his best. She's just like, I was one of his best customers, and I tell you, his demeanor does not change. It does
Yes.
not get sweeter.
No, and honestly, I feel that he needs to be put in his place.
7 feet below the ground.
Oh, Dodeka's at the
Would
cake
we
fight.
receive? Would we possibly get a return on this investment? I'm assuming we're not going to stay here. Could you guarantee that the workers you hire would be able to keep to your level of quality of baking?
The
I would
steward is
train
sort of
them
like, wait a minute,
myself.
you aren't planning to stay here, but you have a mansion here. Wouldn't you at least try to keep a presence around here regularly?
I would say we keep a presence, but
Well, when Pennington says
No.
it, Dodeka kind of looks confused, and she's like, I mean, we'll be going out doing our thing, of course, but I don't know. I guess I sort of assumed this would be a home.
I mean, it is a free mansion.
It's
Free
not-
mansion.
It's gonna be my home in the south for now.
Yeah.
In the summer, you could go north.
Yeah.
You still need to go north to talk to
Yeah.
what's face to give him the news.
Aw.
If we're heading north already, I would like to stop
Well, not
in
already, but I'm just saying that's the thing that she's gonna want to do eventually.
my hometown.
Yep, yours is sort of northeast-ish. So yeah, that's the thing that you can do. Don't worry, I've got plans.
But yeah, this is going to be my permanent home in the south for this whole region. Beartopia.
He's like, well, I assumed you're, high-profile, talked about adventuring party. I assume people are going to start banging on your door, giving you quests to fulfill within town in time now.
That's what I assumed too.
We're probably going to need one of those.
Dodeka's like, oh
people
no.
right
We wouldn't have time for a bakery in that aspect.
Well, the steward's like, well, actually, I mean, we're kind of in the rich district right now. Not a lot of people come here or can come here, especially not the sort of people who would need the help of an adventuring group. Usually the people who can come up here don't have a lot of problems.
So the bakery could be like our outpost.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you were actually planning to build a bakery, right?
Oh, of course we are. Why
Oh,
wouldn't we?
well, that's a great idea, he backpedals.
Pennington kind of, yeah, no.
He's so sad.
Yeah, like we can have like one room for quest getters.
At the mention of being like the implication of being professional adventurers or something like that, Dodeka gets really excited and then she goes, "Oh no!
What?
What's wrong?
Oh, Trace is not gonna be. Oh, he's gonna be unbearable. Ugh. My
Yeah,
brother's a
professional
professional." She goes, "My brother Trace is a professional adventurer. He's very proud of. Oh, he's
Oh, Dodeka!
what?
You're not just a professional adventurer. You're also a professional investor.
Good point.
Could
Yes.
be potentially a investor.
Yes,
Oh,
made
he-
this
To
decision yet.
clarify.
She's like, oh, he's not going to care about that. He's going to hear I became a professional adventurer, and next thing you know, he's going to be here. Ugh. He's one of the most unbearable ones of them all. Good God. Because his childhood friend was some king. Stupid.
Wow.
Some king.
Some
Some king somewhere.
I don't even think she bothers to know where that is.
Yeah, which king or who, you don't know.
Which king? Pff, whatever, it doesn't
You
matter.
never bothered to learn. Maybe you'll find out soon. One day.
Oh god.
Maybe it'll be important.
Oh god. Oh god.
The look you're giving me right now. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to try and find someone to buy the weapon, and then you can use that gold to put a down payment on the lease for the.
I'm sure we'd still
Bakery.
have some money left
What are the
over.
Oh yeah, totally, easily.
In D&D, like as to how much they make.
I'm sorry.
What are the rules for businesses as to how much
Let
gold
me
they
look
make?
that up. Actually,
We can
Hey,
use
when
this
Eric's-
to buy furniture and shit.
In Eric's game that he ran in person here, we created a water bottle company called Elvion based on a dungeon with a natural spring. We used our diplomacy checks in order to convince the nobles that it was purer water than usual.
Oh
It
my
was pretty
God.
awesome.
that is amazing.
And it was cave water, which was the beauty of it.
Wow.
It's just
Cave
freaking
water.
cave water.
That's amazing.
Wow, that's just that. Wow, that's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, two of us had my character and another character really had charisma scores. The two of us just went around town talking to nobles and being like, "Oh yes, our water is."
Downtime activities. If you have a building and that building generates any kind of capital, you can spend 1 day of downtime working at your building, increasing its productivity by inspiring your employees to work harder, using your expertise to get more done, or use fame to attract more customers. This counts as using downtime to earn capital, but you gain a plus 10 bonus on your check. The capital you generate must be a kind that your building can generate. For example, an inn that generates GP and influence can generate only those two currencies using this downtime activity. You can't use it to generate goods, labor, or magic just because you're personally running it for the day. That doesn't. Okay, hold on. Capital. Gaining capital. Mm-hmm.
Now you need to study. Congrats,
Okay.
DM.
So,
It can be annoying to keep track of,
I
because
know. I'm just
Eric
trying to
had-
sort of I'm just trying to get a gist of the way it's supposed to work, and I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not going to be too
Nitpick.
pedantic about it. I just want to sort of get an idea for it. It seems like the way it's kind of built to work is that sort of whatever investment you put into the thing that produces capital, you earn about half of that through like one period of downtime. So I would say like, you lease a place for like 20,000, or you buy the place for like 20,000 gold. The first month you earn like 10,000.
Sweet.
And then each subsequent month you earn another 10,000. And so it would pay for itself, assuming the business is successful over the course of
I mean,
couple.
Nuria bakes good.
I mean, obviously we'll roll d20 and take into a certain accounts based on how successful that particular business is. But beyond that, I mean, if like you roll really badly, you might not earn all that you would potentially earn in a particular month. But beyond that, yeah, I think that's a good rule of thumb to go with.
Roll 30 d20s. Like,
Well, I
I don't
will.
know, like
That's too complicated.
I'm trusting that this will be able to be a successful business, and I will put our faith.
I mean, you've had her baked good, so you know how good they can be.
They are very delicious.
And you've seen the successful bakery she helped run.
And this is also true.
Yeah, so she's
She's had
got
experience
experience.
Well,
She's
allow
not
me to
going
do
into
the
business she doesn't
negotiating
know.
with the potential purchaser. I believe I should be able to be of assistance in at least that.
I agree.
Mhm.
Dodeka also mentions another thing we should do is we should probably find someone around town to be a reliable armorer, I guess. Someone we can trust to help us accordingly with things we may need while we're out.
yeah.
The steward is sort of like, well, I believe I can help arrange things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can afford many personal servants, but there are a number of individuals in the town that I can probably refer.
You can
Oh,
hire
that would be lovely.
Yes, just tell me whatever you need and I'll try to make it happen. You may have to interact with them on a face-to-face basis, but if it's something that isn't worth your interaction, I can probably take care of it for you, assuming you eventually start paying me.
Oh, of
We
course.
will.
Oh, of course, of course. Like, Dodeka's she's used to servants, so she's like, like, oh, yes, that's your job.
Why don't you give this guy a name?
Oh, yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes, we're going to call him Billy Bob Thornton. I can't
jeez.
see. No, we're not going to call him Billy Bob Thornton.
I mean, you're playing him.
Gregor.
Hodor.
the name?
Hold on.
Gregor, I don't mind Gregor.
Wait, no. Gunter.
Gunter,
Gunter! We're naming
Gregor.
servant guy.
Gunter Gregor.
Gunter Gregor.
It's Mr. Gregor.
Gunter
Yeah,
Gregor,
alright.
that sounds good.
Gregor.
All right, Gunter Gregor.
Oh my God.
What have we done to this guy?
He's a butler.
You've ruined his life.
No, this is his name. We didn't
I
get
know.
it.
I know. I'm
His
just saying.
parents ruined his life when they named him that.
Gunter
Yes.
Gregor. I'm gonna go over it.
Eric's back, by the way.
Hi.
What is the fire? Why is there fire?
Why?
Because I just feel like it.
Because Gunther wants to burn down everything.
Some butlers just
He
want to
hates
see
you
a
all
book burn.
So yeah.
All right, so we're starting a bakery business, Eric.
Yay.
And
What's
the down
a decent
payment
wage
is
for a
going
guy
to be the mace.
per month?
We're going to sell it.
Okay.
You want to
hang
know what
on.
the mace does first, in case you
What
want
did
to
the mace
change your
do?
mind?
I'm probably going to go with my fists, but let me know just in case.
It's something you would have died for in another character, I tell you that.
Steward is paid 2 gold a day.
Oh, that's not bad.
I hand him like 5 gold.
You hand him what?
I hand him 5 gold for being cool.
All right. He's like, well, that's a good start.
Go get yourself a
Wait,
drink.
no.
Don't go. What? Why did you say no?
I'd be like, how about? No, I was gonna try to bluff it down or like diplomacy it down to 1 gold.
No, this is Vertopia. This is Ursa, so she's gonna be overly
Yeah, Ursa's...
generous.
Yeah, we're giving him.
Then.
Let's say we're giving him the standard 2 gold, and we're giving him a little bit of a retainer bonus for being so kind as to sign on.
I was going to
us.
be like, he can stay here. That more than compensates for the 5 that you were preparing to offer.
No. The 5 gold is just for now. I'm basically gonna pay him like 3 gold a day. But the 5 is for like putting up with us for today. Some crazy bullshit. A castle sprouted out of nowhere. He lost his job. One of his like masters vanished into the ether, and then all of the others vanished after him, and then time travel happened.
Pretty big deal.
Then they bought a bakery. And then they bought a zoo. I don't know.
We could do it.
To November.
It would be a very boring zoo. It would be all bears.
Yes, that's what I just said. All bears.
All bears all the time.
Single bear, including koala bears, even though they're not technically bears.
Are they going to be red pandas? They're kind of bears.
Yeah, and giant pandas.
Sweet.
And medium
Okay.
pandas.
So sorry, what did that mace do?
Oh, it's a mace of smiting, you said?
Mace of Smiting.
It bitches the shit out of constructs.
And,
Cool.
And outsiders.
Basically, on a critical hit,
And
it will disintegrate a construct on a critical hit, and it will do times 4 instead of times 2 against outsiders on a critical hit.
That's pretty rad, but honestly, since I'm gonna go with my fist, we can sell it.
It's
That's what we
75,000
figured.
gold.
Yeah, that's what we figured. We figured our money was best spent trying to make some money.
Yes, and basically, I'm not sure if you were here for this, but we decided to put an investment down on a bakery that will end up making us about 10,000 gold a month.
Well, I was just using that as a saying if it costs 20,000, then it would be 10,000. Like basically,
Oh, okay.
you'll get a return on your investment over time, but initially it will cost money.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bakery. I was about to say.
No, it's not.
Well, Nuria is running it.
No one's actually approached the people leasing it to actually ask how much it costs.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that first. Pennington, go be Mr. Charming.
Yes.
Well, don't we need to sell the mace?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's
you
do
can
that
probably
first.
sell the base first. All
To
right.
the marketplace.
You want to go to the magic shop?
I'm gonna
All
go with because I want to know magic shop dude in case I want magic items.
All right. I need to give this guy a name real quick.
Random name generator, go.
Pretty much.
Wait. Dude, I am a random name generator.
Susan.
Susan. It's like Susan, but with a Z.
I'm not using that last name.
That's the last.
Susan Frodo.
I'm not using that last name.
What? Wow.
Sorry.
Susan Sutherland.
No, just Susan. You see an elven gentleman as a part of this magic shop. He's kind of mysteriously cloaked, very kind of trying to give this air of like, ooh, kind of, he's trying to play up the drama of the whole thing a lot. And he's just sort of like, welcome to the shop of magical wonders.
Fine shop.
I am Susan, and I wish to serve you. What? Ooh, I sense you brought something for me to appraise.
I have the finest of magical items which we found deep, dark in a perilous dungeon. It is the most powerful of magical items that we have found thus far on our journeys.
Well then, may I have a look?
Presents it.
He looks it over and says, this is a fairly impressive maze. Bluff check. I got him. Yeah, he's bluffing pretty badly. No, not that badly, but not well enough. I believe it's probably a lesser mace smiting worth about 17,000.
Try again, sir.
Oh, do you think you know better?
Yes, I actually do. In fact, Pennington will bluff his magical. Be like, in fact, I've actually learned directly from the Narcissimas. They have directly taught me, and I'm vastly aware of a variety of magical knowledge.
I'm there with him, so I look over and I make sure that all my traits are showing each other on the system, and I can vouch for him.
All right, I'm going to say yeah, your bluff check was a critical fumble, and I rolled another d20, and it ended up being a 7. But luckily, most of what you were saying was technically true.
Yes.
So
Should I roll bluff too? I don't know.
no, you didn't really lie either. So
Magic
sort of like,
I'm totally a Narcissima. I'm not so sure. I mean, you got the red veins, but
yeah. So he's just sort of like, unless you can. I'm sorry. Did Andrew disappear?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I just don't see your
Yeah,
tile anymore.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's no big deal. We can still hear you. So yeah, he's sort of like, well, I'm sorry, but it is in fact a lesser Mace of Smiting. So I believe it was a normal Mace of Smiting. Then, well, we're talking about something else, but this is clearly not full Mace of Smiting. I mean,
It is absolutely. Both of us we've used an identify spell on it. It is a greater Mace of Smiting.
well, all right. Well, you drive a hard bargain. How about 30,000?
This
Man, I gotta
item.
make a profit from it, you know? I gotta turn this over.
I gotta turn this over.
60,000.
here, let me go ask my Mace of Smiting expert.
She says, wait a minute.
Today on Medieval Pawn Stars.
She says, hang on a second. Now, I don't know if you're aware of current events. Surely you are.
Gentlemen such as yourself working in such a fine point in the city. Are you all aware that our current group, Applecore, has indeed taken down a lich?
Oh, you are of Applecore. I was not aware. I am sorry. I've heard rumors of you.
Well, yes, now you get to see the rumors in flesh. Lucky you. My point being is, if you're aware...
I'm not impressed.
Well,
Oh.
she shrugs it off. She's like, you are aware that we will be in need of magical arms and armaments.
Well, perhaps unless
If
you're...
this deal goes well, you can have a permanent customer base from us.
Do you expect to be getting more magical items in the future?
Of course.
Oh, definitely.
Every single item we will absolutely purchase from you.
I'm not so much interested in... I could use more sources for magical artifacts to sell. Adventurers such as yourselves willing to find some of the rarer things and perhaps give me a chance to look at them if you wish to sell them. Perhaps we can arrange some kind of business relationship in that regard. You find a magical item, I get to decide whether or not I can offer you something first, and you take my offer if you're looking to sell it. And I think that seems like a fair arrangement for a slight discount, perhaps.
She looks over at Pennington. He's the expert at haggling.
What do you think? Does that sound like a fair arrangement?
Well, what about this particular item?
I'll give you 50,000 if you agree on this arrangement.
Sense motive. Can I get haggled any further up, or is that pretty much as best as I can do?
You'll have to sort of spin something to get him to to sell for a little bit more. But he's kind of feeling like this is close to his limit.
Okay.
You feel like you probably won't be able to get the full 75,000. That's a lot of money, and he probably doesn't actually have that much.
Okay.
Or at least he doesn't have that much in capital to just sort of spend on one item. Chumley would be very upset.
Tell you what we'll do. In addition to the offer that you have on the table, we will also donate, we will also provide you, assuming you manage to provide extra additional funding, let's say 10,000 gold more, 2% of our profits on the business that we are opening.
You're opening a business. It
We're
wouldn't be a
opening-
magic item business.
Not
Would
a
it?
magic item business. We would never want to actually compete with you. You are.
Well, then what will it be?
It will be the greatest bakery you will ever know in your lifetime.
A bakery.
Oh yes.
Oh my god! Hold
So
on.
basically, it'll be like the God's bakery.
Yeah.
This is where Payload is.
Actually, no, it already did the thing. Oh, right. Wow. That is a really, really good bluff. He believes the fuck out of you. And he's just sort of like, well then. Yeah, because I think that's total of... Yeah, that's a 60.
Nice.
So he's like, well, sounds very impressive. Well, then that seems fair. 60,000 and 2% of the profits of your new business that I'm sure will be very successful.
Capitalism.
Gold.
All right.
Very
You now
pleasure.
have 60 Your group now have 60,000 gold.
Love it.
Ursa steals it all and runs off into the mountains.
What?
It's a plan all along.
I knew you'd fall for it.
Long gone.
I never liked bears. I like squirrels.
As if that explains everything.
Oh my god.
God, it's like when that wizard was like, what was that game in with the bacon wizard? I
Oh.
hate bacon.
Right, that guy.
Oh my god,
Oh.
what's his name?
Yeah, what was the
Reagan.
bacon guy?
Reagan.
Reagan Acantha. Yeah, we'll tell you about him later. It was
Okay.
great.
Oh my god, I love Bacon Wizard.
That was a fun game. Anyway, so now you guys are. You said you want to talk to the people in charge of providing the lease.
Yes.
Yes.
Mary
Alright.
will have
Wasn't it
when they're waiting
The city
for
planning office with the
Dodeka
dude that we
and
got
Pennington.
fired?
No, that's not the city. That's different. That's more like
That's
city law
real
stuff.
estate.
Like this is somebody who actually, like a private business owner who
Who
owns the
actually
slot and
owns
is
it.
looking to sell it.
Yeah.
I was about to say that'd be pretty funny. He's like, I heard what happened to the last guy. No way.
And then we hire him at the bakery.
So, all right. Let me just sort of look at the costs of things here real quick. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay. So he looks at you and he's sort of like, all right. So you're interested in buying the lot, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
He's a gnome, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well-
love gnomes.
Are you looking to purchase the land or lease it?
Well, it depends. Maybe hear the differences in price and policy.
Well, if
Policy.
you're looking to buy it, you'll have to offer me something. I haven't had it appraised in a while, and if what you suggest seems like a fair price, perhaps I'll consider it. But typically, I prefer a lease, since that means I get to keep the land, and if your business falters, that means I at least get something out of it.
Offhand, how much would it, like, I'm gonna just offhand appraise, like,
You
What
think
am I-
you could probably get him to sell for 50,000?
Oh,
Oh,
We should lease it then.
yeah.
We
Mm.
could
So
always
we get
save
more
money and buy it later.
yeah.
Exactly.
how
Exactly.
We
much
could buy
would
this
it
whole
be?
town
The
eventually.
lease would be 1,000 gold a month.
That's not bad.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
It's basically the price of
But,
an apartment.
or no, actually, Pennington would be like, but, how's the area? The area that this building is in?
Very competitive. There's another bakery right across the street, actually.
You know that.
That actually detracts some from the value. I'd say the lease should probably be only 800.
It's not my fault you wish to build a bakery there. I'm simply leasing the land. I have no control over what you decide to sell. If it's a foolish business endeavor, that is no matter to me in whether or not I require the same amount of rent per month. But if it is too much, and I have had some difficulty turning it over, I could lower it to 900.
I look over to the others.
Nuria nods.
Very well.
Dodeka has no freaking idea of the actual value of things.
Yeah, neither does Ursa.
Stoically,
knows
he
enough.
figures that will.
Dodeka's
the
life
most-
is that throw money at it, eventually it'll work.
We accept
What
your
did Benedictus
chance.
say?
At least.
All right. All right. Then who shall be signing for the lease, and what is the name of the business?
The name of
Nuria?
the business is Applecore Bakery. Oh my god, I can't talk hearing my echo. It's driving me insane. I can't speak.
All right. Well, okay.
Oh
Just
my god.
I understand.
Okay. I'm taught. I have no idea if anyone's
I can still hear you.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. We will call it Applecore Bakery, and I will sign it in my name, Nuria Agni Azar.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty then.
Is there a cosigner
You can
necessary?
co-sign whoever you like.
who would like to
I-
cosign?
You know what? I'll
Ursa
co-sign
will
because
No,
I was about to say
yeah.
I think if anything, having the Narcissima name on the property could potentially be useful in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trusted name.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
In
people know that
Benedictus's
name.
credit rating.
Free credit report.
That was way funnier than it had any right to be.
I
I think it's just because I haven't heard that jingle in like years.
no one remembers that version of the
It
commercial.
was like the original. Since then, they've hired like random
Yeah,
bands to like do like. It's just like the original was just like freecreditreport.com. I just love it. So dumb. Okay, so I'll say that you guys pay $900 for the lease. In order to fix up the place and sort of get it dressed up and stocked and hire employees and such, the monthly upkeep will also cost you another, I guess, I think about like another $2,000 on top of that, just to get it stocked and get all the employees
Okay.
and all that stuff. But with success, with continued success, you should expect to make something on on an average month. You should expect to make about something like $1,500 a month. On an above average month, more, less than that, less. So enough to sort of offset the cost, because it's not going to be like another 1,000 for all the costs of all that stuff. It was just for
Right,
the
it's
initial
the initial.
stuff. I think the operating costs on a month-to-month basis is probably going to be closer to like 500.
Mhm.
So like if you're just sort of coasting along, you'll make enough in business to pay off its existence. Maybe just a little bit, like an extra 100 gold a month. But if you're overperforming, you could probably make it as much as like 1,000 gold in profit a month.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna be in town for a while, so
Yes, but you do have a lot of strong competition right across the street. So having
How do you deal with that competition? Stupid
We
smiles.
can deal with
Oh,
that.
Are we going to ruin these poor people's lives?
He's not poor people.
No.
He's an asshole.
we ruin them and then we hire them.
The ultimate
That's like our theme with us.
Yeah, I guess.
We ruin
We
people's
ruin
lives
them.
and then we hire them.
We break them down and build them back up again.
Eventually, people are going to be like, "Oh, hey, geez, you're coming in here. Here, I'll just work for you. Don't add the suffering bit. I'll just work for you."
Meanwhile, all this is going on. Sami's just sort of like, is this what adventuring is like?
Oh, Sally! I forgot about her. I know to
Pennington
call her a
whispers over
Sally
to
all the
Nuria.
time.
He's like, or no, not Nuria. It would be Dodeka. It'd be like, what's what spell I? It's called Charm Person. It's quite a lovely spell.
Oh god, that spell.
Okay.
She kind of rolls her eyes. She's like, a lot of my siblings like that spell.
So much so that you know that it's actually considered illegal to use it, if you're caught at least. Although
Yeah, I
if it's
mentioned that
anything
to her.
illegal.
was like, just don't get caught, and you're fine.
I will also say, Simon's like, actually, I've lived in this town for most of my life, and just want to let you know this particular lot's considered a bit cursed.
Oh, good.
Cursed?
I don't
This is-
know. Good.
Businesses tend to go. I think there's probably a new business in here every couple of months. They tend to go out of business very quickly for some reason.
Well, that's because I've never gotten it.
Mic drop.
All right. So you guys probably spend a couple of weeks getting that and your new digs sort of dressed up.
Mhm.
How
much gold is left over once we do all that?
Oh, plenty. I'd say that, like I said, because you also do need to dress up your mansion because it's a really big fucking place. It needs a lot of upkeep.
Is it furnished at all? Like, are
It has some furnishings, like I said, your rooms and stuff have like beds and.
Okay.
But I mean, like if you want to dress it up a bit.
I wanna drop some just when I do my floor plan. I want to drop just some individual.
Yeah.
I won't go.
I'll say that upkeep for the mansion will probably be about 500 gold a month.
It's all right.
So
I need to run to the bathroom.
So yeah, but I'll say after all is told, you guys probably have about 40,000 gold.
Okay, so basically what you're telling us is we've bought a business, assuming the curse doesn't kick in, it's going to basically produce enough profits that we don't have to worry about the upkeep of the castle, the upkeep
Or
of
the
any
shop.
of our servants, or the upkeep of the business, unless something goes horribly awry, and we might have maybe like 500 gold a month left over.
Exactly. If the business itself is sustaining enough and successful enough, then you won't have to worry about paying for the upkeep costs of the business or your mansion, and everything you make from your adventuring is pure profit and doesn't need to go into any of that.
Works for me. And
Okay,
now we have
yeah.
roots in the community.
Yes, and you have 40,000 gold on top of that. So you
So
guys
let's,
can divide that among each other if you like. Although, or you
yeah.
can consider that part like Nuria's share. I don't know.
Well, no, it wasn't my mace to sell.
That's true. All right.
Yeah, it was mine.
I was willing to
Yeah,
invest.
sorry, you're right. It is Dodeka's money. She can do with that as she wishes.
I would like to.
Split it. Hell, here's the thing. She wants everyone to have something nice, something that would be really useful for us out and about, like magical items wise.
All right. Well, the
So-
gold, if you split it 5 ways, would be 8,000 gold.
Which could buy us all a ring, probably. I think.
I don't know. But you also do have to keep smaller magic items are probably available at that particular store you went to.
Yeah.
But like nothing, I would say, if you look at the magic items list on the Pathfinder website, anything that's listed as like a minor magic item, I'll say you can probably purchase.
Okay. What about Magic Item Compendium 3rd Edition? Should we just run that by you? No. Okay.
I'm gonna restrain you to the Pathfinder stuff for stuff you can just buy at a shop.
Okay, fair enough.
If you want to make something from the Magic Item Compendium and find like a craftsman to do that, good luck. But you're not just gonna find that shit laying around in a store.
Fair enough.
I don't want to give you guys that power.
All right. Well, essentially, well, you know what? The only person who actually has magical item right now is Pennington. So essentially, Dodeka is like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend this on the group. We're going to make sure that whatever encounter we get into next, we're well prepared. So that means at least one magical item for each of us. Pennington already has one, but if we have the proper funds and people are well enough equipped, I don't see a problem in giving him another. But we should keep perspective on that.
Okay.
Sorry, Pennington. I just want to make sure everyone is geared.
Pennington, can you still hear? Or Andrew, you're still there? Andrew?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Just want to make sure we didn't lose you because I don't have the little square with your face in there anymore. So if you dropped off the map, I wouldn't notice. So I just want to make sure you were there when she was talking to you. Anyway,
How does Pennington feel about that?
Seems fair enough. There's only really one item that I was kind of hunting after. So,
Well,
What's that?
we'll see how much it is and how much other items are that other people want, and we'll price check. Because who knows? Maybe we can afford it. That'd be great.
Very cool.
So I just work with the assumption that we each have how much again? 8,000.
8,000.
Just work on that assumption. If there's something a little bit more,
keep it in mind because someone might pick something that's actually a little less. So
Right.
we'll try to balance that out.
Yeah, and actually, with this gold, all right, I'm taking off my headphones. With this gold, Nuria will actually be able to buy components to make potions rather than
Excellent.
extracts. And what's nice about that is that potions never expire,
Yeah, her extracts
and
do.
my extracts do, so she can actually create a pretty decent supply of potions to hand out to everyone.
Oh, that'd
Right.
be excellent, yes. There we go.
All right.
Now we're cooking.
Mm.
We're cooking and baking.
Yeah.
Alright. So since we all have item shopping to do, we can kind of do that between sessions,
Yes.
which means
Yeah, because it'll be a while. I take forever choosing magical items personally.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say any magic item you can buy that costs less than $8,000 from the Pathfinder D20 PFSRD website, go for it. Assume you can find it in a magic shop. Because anything that cheap, yeah, you could probably find that at one of the magic shops in the marketplace.
Okay.
Although I will want to role play the actual buying of it once you've picked what you want to buy.
Oh yeah, that'd
I
be fun.
wanted to actually haggle that out, but if you want to look through there and sort of know what you want to look for as a buyer of magic item, find that, and then we'll role play the purchase.
cool.
Cool.
Sorry.
I just thought of something. Is there a monastery in town?
Oh yeah.
Because I've been a monk for like a whole 4 levels, and
I have not had any monk training.
yeah.
Yeah, you probably want to do that.
Yeah. Does anyone mind if I do that now?
Go for it.
No, go for it.
All right. I would find the monastery and I suppose go in and
Yeah. It's actually like the upper floor on the Temple of Palor. Like
Oh, cool.
there's a monastery for Palor. Basically the monks live there, and basically there's like a section for the paladin, section for the cleric, section for the oracles, and a section for the monks, and probably others as well. But yeah, maybe now that the inquisitors wouldn't stay there.
Yeah. Inquisitors would be out and about.
Yeah,
Like they do.
So yeah, that's just all that's about. They're basically just doing the ha, hoo, wee, ha check.
Fair enough.
And you can follow along with that. And
Yeah,
they all look very impressed when they see your hair. They look like they're resisting the urge to ask you questions.
Aww.
I
They're so
appreciate the restraint. It's kind of the hallmark of monks.
Yeah, they're good at that.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, I guess I'd go
There were
train with them for a
oracles,
while,
maybe
just-
less so, but
Yeah, just introduce myself,
What did I miss?
chat them up, maybe get a few fine pointers on techniques.
Oh,
Okay.
I remember this. Every person is getting 8,000 gold to specifically get at one magical item to help with future adventures.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Find a magic item on the PFSRD web, 8,000 or less, and then we'll play you purchasing it later.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Yeah, you can do that now or for the next session. I believe that covered everybody's deck many things stuff.
Yes.
Cool.
Yay.
I'm glad that worked out okay. So you guys go about this for a couple weeks while you're getting everything settled, and then one day, Nuria, while you're sort of training some of the new people, at the store, you see a very interesting individual walk through.
Oh, how
Um,
interesting.
Basically, you just sort of get the normal spiel like, can I offer you some baked goods, something like that. It's like, no, I'm not here for baked goods. I wish to enlist the services of the Apple Corps.
Oh,
And we'll stop there.
okay.
Because I have not decided who this person is or what they need yet.
Right. All right.
Sami, can you take the store front? I need to speak with this
In the back.
person in the back.
In the bed.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys will get your first
I imagine we have
official your first paid adventure.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah, that'll be a monumental.
The first one where we can't say, this time it's personal.
Yeah, seriously, every quest you got on it was like really, really personal.
It'll be refreshing to just kill things we don't care about.
We're so great.
All right.
Hey, Caroline, did you want to stay on the line and plot out Maretopia?
That's actually a good idea. I can actually sit in on that if you want. But you guys, we don't have to keep around everyone else for it, though. I mean, because it's probably going to be somewhat dull. I mean, if you guys want to stick around, I think that's fine. But what do you think, Caroline?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'll stick around too. But yeah,
So-
if everyone else wants to leave, that's great. Good night. Thanks for sticking around.
Although I have a request for Dodeka's room. She wants to be in some kind of library tower thing, if she could.
Absolutely.
Or if she's like near the library, that would also be like.
If you guys want particulars in or around your rooms, let me know. We will do that.
Sweet.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right.
That was it.
Yeah. Andrew, is there anything you want, or are you pretty good?
I think I'm pretty good. Probably, I don't know. Pennington's like just nowhere terribly noticeable. Perhaps behind a secret door of something. That would be nice.
Secret
tunnel. Yeah.
Hang on, I forgot I hadn't actually installed Adobe on this computer yet.
Good job.
But yes,
I mean, I can give you guys a canvas to work on in the Roll20.
I mean, I'm literally just drawing something in DC.
so Pat, are you okay with us using the Stronghold Builder's Guide from 3.0?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, that thing's a great resource.
Okay, and do we have like a gold cost we're working with in terms of general size?
Yeah, it was from the card.
Yeah, the cards. Let me see what it's
Yeah.
specified in terms of size on our deck of many things.
Yeah, at least like some general parameters so we don't go nuts on the special rooms or anything.
Yeah, I know. For
And
me,
we have a
it's
water
sad.
slide and
Water
a
slide.
kitchenette on every
Mhm.
corner and a billiards room with a pony, a unicorn stall.
All right, Caroline, do you have a copy? Caroline, do you have a copy of the Stronghold Builder's Guide, or can I
No.
email you one? Okay,
Yeah, email me one.
working on it.
All right, I think I'm going to go play some Final Fantasy while you guys work this out.
Yeah, although
And
one?
probably
It's
look
also-
at magic items too, actually.
Amanda,
Yeah,
you
which
might
one?
take
Oh
this.
no, she found the online one, Final Fantasy 14 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I've been playing the MMO.
Yeah.
It's been fun. So,
Grown.
okay.
Character
Bye.
becomes
Bye. I think
it
I'm also gonna
says
peace out
a
'cause
small
I can't
castle.
stand the echo.
Okay.
All right, good night.
Let me see.
Good
Yeah.
night.
So small
See you
castle. Let me see what that specifies.
There we go.
Kingdom
Cool.
building.
Cool
Custom cubes. Small.
Eric, is the food still out? 'Cause that was really good.
I put it in the fridge.
Oh well.
Okay, a castle is 54 BP.
Okay,
Is
It's building points. It's something to do with the castle, the Jungle Builder's Guide.
Yeah. That was it. Do I have the right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, whoop, I have the wrong guide in there.
Yeah, it says 54 BP, 4 lots.
Okay. Caroline, I'm sending it to you through Google Drive.
Okay.
Upload. I've got to figure out how this works. And yeah, it'll take me a while to install Adobe. But yeah, I was thinking generally we would probably put in bedrooms for the 5 of us, servants' quarters, kitchen, larder, that sort of basic stuff. We definitely want a library because that will allow us to basically research stuff and get a bonus whenever we're at the castle. We definitely want the highest quality alchemical laboratory for Nuria. We probably want a magic laboratory as well for Dodeka and Pennington. Trying to think what else.
Different than the regular library?
There's specifically like a magic workshop, basically.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
But can't think of anything else. Trophy room. I can just imagine like these, curios where it's like the feet are a bear's feet and on top is a bear's head and then it's just a curio underneath.
Yes.
That sounds cute.
But that's all I can really think of off the top of my head. And we can kind of look over the options. Let's see if this is all loaded up in Google Drive yet.
Google now.
Ring of animal friendship.
I'm still impressed you guys blazed through that fucking, puzzle rather quickly. They're sort of like, oh yeah, friendship bracelets.
Can I draw up? Can I actually draw up the floor plans, or do I take a template or whatever from the thing you're sending me?
Right. I think at this point I'm going to cut off the stream, which is sad because apparently there's one person watching. God only knows who. But yeah, I'll let you guys plan in peace, and I think you guys have a good beat on things, and I look forward to seeing the floor plans when you end up making them.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I can't stay on for too much longer.
Yeah, that's
I'd like
fine. Basically, I'm gonna share